since I've been watching Smackdown. Like, that feels like weeks ago now. I can't even remember what happened on Smackdown. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, yes, now I remember. Roman and Kevin, and the end of the show. Okay, so yes, it feels like it's been weeks, honestly. But looking forward to Raw. Not loads has been announced. We know that we're going to get Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. We know that we're going to be getting, I think we're getting Miz against Dexter Lumis. That's the match I'm expecting. But I didn't see it actually on the WWE Twitter account. So let me just go back to that and we'll just see if it's been added. Asuka, Rhea Ripley, winner of that will get the advantage for their team. That's been announced. I am expecting Miz against Dexter. And I am also expecting, is this the preview? I don't know what this is. Asuka and Rhea battle in a War Games advantage match. Here is your preview for tonight's Raw. Good. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Mackenzie Mitchell is giving me the preview. Let's have a look, see what's... here we go. So, Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. We know about that. What's this Stars and Stripes thing? There's something that says Stars and Stripes. War Games Advantage. Stars and Stripes? What's this? All eyes on the United States title. That's what Stars and Stripes mean. So all eyes on the United States title. Of course, that's referencing Austin Theory and Seth Rollins. Then there's Surprising Theory. Austin Theory regroups after his cash-in. Okay. Survive and Advance. What the hell is that? Survivor Series War Games this Saturday, yeah. That's it. Well, there you go. That's your preview. One match. Yeah. They're not even talking about Miz and Dexter. Did I miss something? I'm sure they said Miz and Dexter. Maybe that's next week or something. Don't know. I was expecting that tonight. Miz versus Dexter. If Miz wins, then Dexter does one. And if Dexter wins, then he gets a contract and he gets paid. So that was a match I was expecting. But it's not on the official preview. Days, did England not play Madison? No, he's injured. He's got a little injury. He picked it up in the last game. We were told that it's not a massive problem and it won't rule him out of the tournament, but it was going to rule him out the first game. So yeah, he couldn't play. Maka said, do you think whoever is the fifth member of Team Bianca, do you think they reveal themselves tonight? It really depends how big the surprise is, to be honest. I'm expecting it to be Candice. I thought it was Candice from the start. As we were trying to figure out who these extra people were, Candice has always been a name that's been in the running for me. So if it's going to turn out to be Candice, I don't think they'll leave that till the show because it's not that big of a deal. So, if it is going to be Candice, then I think we will be looking at the reveal tonight. If it's going to be someone bigger like Sasha or Becky, then they might save that for Survivor Series. So I think if you don't get the answer tonight, you can start getting excited at something a bit juicier than Candice. No disrespect to Candice. I really like Candice, but I think undeniably it'll be a bigger deal if it turns out to be Becky or certainly Sasha. Watson, Duncan, shout out to you. Gordon said next week is Miz versus Dexter. I thought it was this week. Junior said Disney CEO Bob Chapek his walk-in papers and brings back former head Bob Iger, the same Bob Iger that wanted to buy WWE. I had no idea where you was going with that then, and then you brought it back to WWE right at the end. So that's interesting. New CEO of Disney is someone that wanted to buy WWE in the past. That's interesting. Felix says, what are your thoughts about the US team today? Me personally, I thought they played pretty good and they shouldn't have given away that penalty. Yes, I think that they played well. I think that it was difficult for them because, to be honest, I think Wales are a team that have got incredible heart. They are a team that are a proper team. They play together. They have played together like they know each other inside and out. Wales don't have tons of players to choose from. They certainly don't have tons of top players to choose from. So a lot of these players have kind of been around that setup for a while. So Wales are a little bit like a club in the sense of when they get together, they just know how each other play. There's no kind of uncertainty, or it doesn't really matter that they've not trained together for very long. It was always going to be tough against Wales. I thought that USA were going to win 1-0. I thought they would just edge it, and it did seem to be going that way. But I think, there's lessons to be learnt for the US. I don't know if cardio was a problem. I think that some of the substitutions, it felt like Wales made substitutions and it made them stronger. I felt that when the US team made substitutions, it actually negative impacted their team. I don't know if they were just bringing players on just to see the game out, but whatever it was clearly didn't work. It didn't have the same impact that the Wales substitutions had. So I was quite impressed with that aspect of the game by Wales. I was impressed with the fact they were able to only keep it 1-0. As we said at halftime, I think Wales will go in quite relieved it's only 1-0 because USA were so much better than Wales. I think what USA need to just take the positives. First of all, you're not out of the World Cup, right? So that's obviously massive. So you're not out the World Cup. You looked really good in the first half. And I think that you need to try and find a way of having 2 first halves because it seemed to be that a 1-1 was a fair result. I thought that USA were better in the first half and for whatever reason faded in the second. But I remember someone said, what would be if you used to speak to the US team at halftime, what would your team talk be? And my team talk at halftime was, do more of the same, but no, it's going to be harder in this second half because Wales are going to make the necessary changes. And not only that, but they're also going to be obviously fighting for their lives. So not only are they going to make the changes, the personnel changes, and straight away we saw Kiefer Moore coming on. So not only did they make those necessary changes, which I think had a positive impact, but they are not going to just go home and, thanks a lot. This is a Welsh side that have waited 60 odd years to get to the World Cup. So it meant a lot to them. So that second half, that was a real test for the USA. And sadly, it's a test that they didn't quite meet. But hopefully it's an experience that the USA can learn from. I don't see any reason why the USA can't get a result against Iran. It's then going to come down to who performs better against USA. So that's what against England, sorry. So that's going to be key now. So in a way, this does not help England because all of a sudden, both USA and Wales are both going to be battling as hard as they can, giving everything they can. And I'm sure they would have anyway, but even more so now as it's not clear who is going through. It's not clear who's going through. It's going to come down to who does better against England. If England smash USA 6-0 and then only beat Wales 1-0, well, Wales should go through on goal difference. So it's going to come down to who can perform better against England. And part of the problem there is, our team's just going to shut shop. What do you do if you're USA? Do you go after England? But if you go after England, you're going to leave gaps at the back. So if you come forward against England trying to find a goal, you're going to leave big openings for England to carve you up and, or do you just sit back? Do you just sit back and try and absorb some pressure, make it hard for England to score, and then just try and catch them on the counter? I think it's a little disadvantage, to be honest, that USA are next against England, because I think Wales can watch what USA do, and I think that they'll know what they need. So by the time we get to the last game, I think Wales, both teams should be able to beat Iran, right? And obviously that's going to be big. How much can you beat Iran by, right? Or will Iran get points off you? There's so many different factors at play. It's kind of really blown this group wide open. I mean, Iran could still go through. So, Wales, I think, just looking at today, I mean, I thought Iran were very poor. I'd love to just say it was England being amazing, but I actually thought Iran were quite poor. I think, it's going to be really interesting. I think USA have got a tough task in the sense of they now need to get something against England. And they need to make sure that if they lose, it's only by a goal, right? If you're going to lose, it needs to be by a goal. But the problem you've got then is that you're going to have to keep your fingers crossed that Wales lose by more in the final group game. So, oh God, it's all to play for. It's so exciting. This group is wide open. It's wide open. Even as an England fan, I don't feel very comfortable because, all right, we got 3 points. We're sitting top of the table, but oh my God, USA are going to come hard on Friday. Same with Wales as well. They're going to really come after us. And not feeling brilliant, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Friday brings and see how the games go. I've got to tell you though, England are going to want them 3 points. England know that 3 points should see us through. So England are not, just turning up. We're here to fight. So it's good, isn't it? It's exciting. I think there's a chance it might be Tegan or Chelsea Green, said Jess. Do you see Alexa turning at War Games on Team Bianca? Asks Mark. Do I see Alexa turning? I think it could be interesting. I mean, it's definitely an option. I think Alexa turning would obviously then align her with Bray. Will that happen at Survivor Series? I think it would be a bit of a shame if it did, because if she did, then that kind of ruins the match, really. I think if she's going to turn, she sort of needs to do it after the match, because if she does it during the match, then, they go down to 4, don't they? And maybe even worse than that, because not only does Alexa walk away, but one other person in that team is surely getting beaten up, maybe Bianca. So all of a sudden that team will go down to 3 or 3.5 if Bianca's still in the match, but she's been battered. So she could turn, yes. I just hope that she does it after. I hope she snaps after if she's going to do it, because I think if she does it during the match, it sort of takes away the contest, really. I don't see how that team's going to win against Damage Control and Nikki and Rhea if they go down to 3 or 3.5 members, But she could. Days, isn't it possible? That comment went. Days, are you doing Argentina game in the morning? No. Isn't it possible to do the Argentina game instead of Mexico? You could do the game, go to sleep, wake up for France, or is that difficult? It's just messy, innit, to be honest. So if I get up to do the Argentina game, because the thing is, I'm going to be up now till about 6 or 7 in the morning. I don't know at what time the Argentina game starts. It might be like 12 or something. But, I mean, that basically gives me, 4 or 5 hours. So that means not having, much sleep. It's an all right amount of sleep, but ideally I'd like 7 hours. So it means, not getting that, doing the game, then going to bed, then getting back up again. It's just messy, to be honest. So it's, if Mexico-Poland was the early game, then I would obviously be missing that. But, no, I think it's just better to just stick to a routine, stick to a rhythm, And there's a couple of games that it's I wish I could do them. And certainly the Argentina one is one of those. But I'd rather not mess around with it, to be honest. I'd rather just go to bed, get a good 7-8 hours. 7 hours, I think it is. But even so, that's more than enough. As long as I get like 7 hours, I'll be happy. But if I'm getting like 5 here and then a couple there, and I don't really want to go down those roads. So yeah, we've got the plan. I'm quite happy to stick to the plan, and that means I think it's Mexico, Poland, and France, Australia. Canadian Kid said, just a thought, maybe Uncle Howdy is going to be inside the lantern. I've noticed how he is always in blue and it's moving just like a spotlight in the ring. Maybe he's seen Bray in it. Uncle Howdy and the lantern. I don't know. I don't know. I can't even get my head around. That. That is. I don't know. I don't know how I would even feel about that, to be honest. Like, how is it on screen and all this? This is where that stuff would lose me. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest, I think that would start losing other people as well. I don't know if people would go with that. I feel like if Bray has got a split personality, I feel like people will be quite into that. But like, if Uncle Howdy is like trapped in the lantern or something, it's kind of cool from maybe like a movie point of view. But I don't know. I don't know how that plays to like a WWE crowd. I think some people would be into it, and I think some would be a bit like. Are you excited to watch Antarctica's next World Cup game against Portugal? I am very excited. It's going to be a massive game, big for Antarctica. First time at the World Cup. Dort Knight said, I get to watch 28 games whilst I'm off work. Amazing. Now, it's really funny. When we do football streams, there's loads of wrestling conversation. And when we do wrestling streams, there's now loads of football conversation. Like, I feel like we need to recalibrate these conversations a little bit more. Like, it's just really weird how we're always talking about the thing that we're not streaming. Like, I feel like we need to like realign. We need to like tweak something here. So, I mean, I don't mind talking about the World Cup. I'm loving it. Equally, I don't mind talking about wrestling. But it is sort of funny how we talk about wrestling during the World Cup and then we talk about the World Cup during wrestling. Are you enjoying the World Cup? Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah, I mean, fantastic today for England. England getting 6 goals to 2. Fantastic performance. I mean, couldn't be happier. I could. We ideally wouldn't have conceded those 2. So that's the only downer. But other than that, I mean, wow. I can't even begin to tell you. I've seen England at so many tournaments and they just historically just never do well in that first game. And maybe this is something that the USA should remember. Maybe this is something that people that don't watch like football should be aware of. England always do badly in the first game because the first game is one of the hardest games because everyone's got together. The nerves are real. I mean, just think about think how nervous those players would be. You know, World Cup, 3 billion people watching. Not only that, you're playing Wales, who, if you lose today, that could be it. That could be World Cup over. So you really cannot afford to lose. So the pressure's just mounted even more. And so I've seen England draw the first game loads of times. They've often looked not great. I've seen England lose the first game. I've seen England draw the first game. Rarely do they win the first game. And, that's what makes today just so incredible. It's just, this is not what happens. There's quite a few things, actually, that we've seen today that just does not happen. First of all, England do not win their first games. But they have started to make a bit of a trend of it. They did win their first games at the Euros last year as well. And that was great. So, they don't tend to win their first games. And then also, we don't tend to see as much added on time. There was like 10 minutes added on time. That's normally 2 or 3. But I think they said that the 4 halves of football in World Cup history that have had the most added on time, like time added on to them, all happened today. Like the 4 halves with the most added on time in World Cup history all took place today. That is another something else we don't normally see. I would also probably say, and I could be just remembering this wrong, we don't normally see as many empty seats at the World Cup. There was a fair chunk of empty seats around. That is also something we don't normally see at a World Cup. Normally, these games are sold out, or certainly the seats that you see by pitch side are normally taken. So that was something else that was quite unusual about the World Cup. But yeah, I mean, we got great result for England. Senegal, Netherlands was interesting because those are the teams we will potentially play after the groups. And then, of course, the main event, and it really felt like the main event. You know, USA against Wales. It was a massive game, massive deal. So much fun, so much excitement. Chat was firing off as well. It was brilliant. So, yeah, it was a fantastic day. Argentina against Saudi kicks off at 10 a.m. Forget that. Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact the earliest I'll be going to bed is 6 o'clock. Because we're streaming till 4, and then we always do that review afterwards. And then I've got to sort out the tweets and things for tomorrow. So, yeah, 6 o'clock at the earliest I'll be going to bed. So, nah. I mean, I'd have to, like, get up after, like, 3 hours sleep to, like, set up the stream and get everything sorted. There's nothing set up for that stream, and I have no desire to get up after 3 hours sleep after today. So, yeah, I mean, I've already done the schedule. Basically, I've already gone through and worked out what works and what doesn't work, what we can do realistically without like killing ourselves or like doing anything stupid. Like what we're doing right now is very comfortable. So yeah. It's just one of them, innit? Once we get out the group stage, we do every knockout game. Every single knockout game. So it's just a few of these early group games that we miss out on. Canadian kid said, the lantern light is blue like the spotlight in the ring. It might be connected. Same colours in Uncle Howdy's promos. I feel the pattern in the ring looks like the same pattern in the promos. Maybe you're onto something, bud. Maybe you're onto something. Qatar is not allowing the sale of beer. Probably affected ticket sales, says Jim. RIP white/green Power Ranger said Aubrey Edwards dancing on wrestling's grave. Yeah. I like that name. Because I've got the visual in my head, and it's kind of funny. So shout out to you. Does soccer have rules? Yes. It's less popular in Jamaica because it's a regular thing. The tourists make more than the locals. Trini, the Usi one, shout out to you. Hope you are well. Crystal said, Days, didn't expect you to stream Raw. Busy day. Give Days a break. Yeah, no, look, I said all that World Cup stuff is additional. Yeah, it's additional. That is not stuff that's going to get in the way. We're not choosing football over wrestling. We're choosing to add football as well as wrestling. So you will still get Raw stream, NXT streams, AEW streams, Smackdown streams, Survivor Series streams, all the streams are coming as usual, and the post-show reviews, which I've got to say a big thank you about. I mean, seriously, the support on those is incredible. Seeing those post-show reviews get in, like, I think the other one the other day got like 8,000 views or something, which is just phenomenal. Like, that's way beyond what I was expecting, and beyond what they were doing on that second channel as well. Like, not even close to that on that second channel. So feels like we might have found a format that's working with that. So yeah, I mean, just thanks. It's fantastic, and I hope that people find them useful. What we try to do is get all the images, all the screenshots, and then like not only go through what the results were, the different segments were, but try and drop in some thoughts and theories kind of dotted throughout. So it's sort of like a one-stop shop for everything to do with Raw. Like, I suppose in a way it's a bit like Raw condensed and the watch along condensed in a way. But I'm constantly trying to get them to about 10 minutes. They keep coming out at like 16. So yeah, that's an ongoing struggle. I'm trying to make them smaller because I think they're a bit more easy to digest if they're around the 10-minute mark. But they just keep coming out at 16. So you know me. I love waffling. I love chatting. Hayden, shout out to you. Said, why do you think SmackDown is consistently stronger over Raw? Is it the shorter time frame, better storylines, better drawing stars? I think it's Fox, to be honest. I think that Fox have been very clear about what they want. I think that they're probably more involved than USA Network are. I think that Fox. I think Fox are paying more money as well. So I think as a result, they have. I don't know that they've got more say, but it seems like they're having more say. So yeah, I think Bray could have gone to either brand, but he went to SmackDown. Roman could have gone to either brand, but he went to SmackDown. Ronda could have gone to either brand, but she went to SmackDown. Are they bigger stars? I mean, certainly I'd say the two biggest stars right now are Roman and Bray. They're both on SmackDown. So that's a factor. Better storylines. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the best storyline at the moment is the Sammy Jay Bloodline storyline. That's on SmackDown. I think one of the most interesting stories is the Bray one with Uncle Howdy and how that's playing out, and that's obviously on SmackDown. And as you said, 2 hours. I mean, with a 3-hour show, you're going to have to use stars that aren't as popular, not as big. I mean, we see like a lot of Chad Gable on Raw, for example, and no disrespect to Chad Gable. He's fun, but I don't know that anyone goes, yes, here we go. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know that anyone gets really excited for a Chad Gable segment or an Otis segment. I don't mind them. I'm not against them. But it doesn't add to the show. It doesn't make it a better show. And actually, I think some of their backstage promos can actually take away from the show. I mean, I don't mind. Oh, thank you. I don't mind any of those bits, but I don't know. I can't really say there's much else to them other than that. If you was to take out the shoosh and the thank you, I don't know what else they bring. But yeah, you have to fill that kind of third hour with people like that and acts like that, and I just think that that does kind of water it down. With SmackDown, that you're going to get a promo and a match, and that's going to take up the first 30, 40 minutes. They normally give the first match quite a bit of time. It's normally a banger as a result. Normally you get maybe like a Bloodline promo or something as well. And before you know it, you've got like an hour and 20 minutes left of the show. Once you take out the half an hour for the main event, you're only having to fill 50 minutes. And of that 50 minutes is a lot of commercial time. So you're having to fill like half an hour. I mean, it's nothing, is it? It's nothing. So, you can easily do that. If anything, it's probably a bit of a challenge to try and get everyone onto the show. But yeah, I would say that that's to the advantage, really, because it makes it a quicker, snappier, more exciting product. Add in the biggest stars at the moment. Add in the great storylines. Yeah, it's just I don't think it's not one thing that makes SmackDown better. It's all of that stuff kind of mixed together, isn't it? But I mean, Raw's still a decent show. I just don't know that there's anyone that's got no one on Raw has got the intrigue. I mean, maybe Austin Theory at the moment. Maybe when we get to the Theory segment, it's going to be like, this will be interesting. Like maybe when we get to that bit. But outside of that, I can't really think of anyone else on Raw that I feel that, like, what am I waiting for tonight? Do you know what I mean? Like, Asuka against Rhea is going to be, I'm looking forward to that. Like, I'm not down on that match at all, so I am definitely looking forward to that. But what that's just a one-off match for Survivor Series. What am I waiting for? What segment? What story am I waiting for? Like, OC against Judgment Day. Like, it's fine, but it's not as good as what we're seeing on SmackDown. Austin Theory, as we've already mentioned. Miz and Dexter. It's not really as good. So that's the point, really. Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of everything, but I think they could do with like a real killer storyline, something that's really interesting, something that's really engaging. And I just don't think they've got much at the moment on Raw, and they've got to fill 3 hours. So it is for me not as good as SmackDown, but it's still a better show than it was before. Because, as I said, OC Judgment Day, I'm not down on it. We're comparing it to SmackDown and talking about what the better show is. So for me, SmackDown is clear. But I'm not down on Judgment. I mean, like, I really like Rhea, really like Dominic Mysterio. I like their relationship. That's pretty fun. I think Mia being in with OC is good. But they're not things that I'm desperately waiting for. Like on Friday, I'll be desperately waiting for the Bloodline segments, and I'll be desperately waiting for Bray. And that's different. I don't have that on Raw. So that's something I hope that they find a solution to. I hope that's something they can like change as we go forwards. So I suppose tonight I'm waiting to find out who the fifth person is. But as I said, I've always been under the impression it's Candice. I still feel like it's Candice, but yeah, I mean, we don't know who it is yet, and there's a few rumors out there. There's a few rumors. So Hayden, shout out to you. I suppose the answer is that it's a little bit of everything. That's the answer. Regia Productions, hello, said they mention North American champ on AEW Dark with Leon Ruff. What, they called Leon Ruff the North American champion? Interesting. I mean, he is an ex-North American champion. It's interesting that they recognize that as some sort of accomplishment. I don't know if they've been recognizing NXT titles before. But Hayden said, I can't believe you're still awake. Hayden, shout out to you. You remember the Olympic streams. Come on. This isn't our first rodeo. Fightful apparently said Becky is the fifth member. I saw what Fightful said. They said that it was... let me read it so that I don't get it wrong, but they haven't said that she is the fifth member. She was discussed to be the fifth member. That has been speculated for some time. So, as is often the case, creative plans can always change. So, they haven't said that she is the fifth member. They've said that she has been discussed as the fifth member, but obviously we don't know when those discussions have taken place, so don't know. Enigma said, any World Cup streams tomorrow? Yes, 2. They should be on the channel. They should be visible on the channel. You know what would be a great album? Dr. Dre and Metallica. That would be a great album. What time have we got? We got 25 minutes. Elliot said the attendance for Senegal, Netherlands was 41,455. The stadium capacity is 40,000. There's some creative accountancy there. Stadium was also a third empty. Attendances are going to continue to drop. I wonder what it was. So clearly the 41,000 is a Vince McMahonism where it gets tickled and falsified, but I wonder what it actually was. Becky has got to be that fifth member, said David. Christina, shout out to you. Crystal said, people say Roman is the kick-out machine. Well, what about Gargano at TakeOver in 2019? James said, Raw is missing Cody and it needs a world title. That's true. Yes. I agree with that. It does need Cody. Cody would be that person, wouldn't he? I don't know who he would be feuding with, but Cody would be that, oh, okay, Cody tonight. I'm really looking forward to seeing blah, 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 and him being involved in like a really great story. Yes. And yes, I have to agree, a world title as well. That would massively help. I think if you had the world title on someone like Bobby Lashley, though, I don't know that I don't feel that way about Bobby. Like, if you do, that's brilliant. If people out there, like, you know, feel that Bobby is that guy. But even when Bobby was the champ, I wasn't sitting here going, oh, man, I can't wait for the Bobby segment. He isn't the right guy. He's not the right guy. He's not comparable to what Roman and the Bloodline are doing. But then who is? Who is comparable? Maybe Seth, if he had a faction, maybe that could be interesting. Like if it wasn't just Seth on his own, but it was Seth and a couple of people with him, that could be interesting. Then maybe you could start doing some feuds with like Seth and these people with Judgment Day. That could be fun. But I don't know. We're clearly not going that way, so we don't need to speculate about it. Damn, Day's just friend-zoned Bobby Lashley. He just doesn't feel that way towards him. Yep, friend-zoned. That's it. Regia said, can we get Corbin with JBL versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania? I don't know, to be honest. I feel like if he is going to have another match, then it's going to come down to Stone Cold to decide who he wants to face. I've got to think it's going to have to be someone that is a ring general. And I feel like AJ Styles would probably be the front runner. So AJ is the person I would expect. Corbin, is he that guy? Is he that guy? I don't know. I don't know. Is he big enough to be that guy? I suppose, you know, you've got time to build him and keep building him, but I don't know. If you're going to have a Stone Cold match, are you really going to have Corbin? I mean, I think the refresh has been decent, but not to the point where I want to see him main event WrestleMania. Cody would still be feuding with Seth. It would be a best of 17 with Cody 9-0 up. Jellyhead said Owens needs to go to the gym. He looks like a window cleaner. If there is a faction, I think Seth, Becky, Dolph, Rude. Seth, Becky, Dolph, and Rude. I was thinking more young guys. Do you remember before when it was Seth, Buddy Murphy, and Austin Theory? I mean, I'm not saying that we would go that way again, of course, but I think you might want to maybe go with some people from NXT. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, to be honest. I wouldn't put the Carmelo with him or anything, but yeah, like I was thinking more younger people that could learn from him. Bit like if we had the Gun Club, like those guys, or if we had Aussie Open from New Japan, like a couple of guys that could go with him. Creed brothers, Creeds, could the Creeds go with him? Don't know how I feel about that. Do you know who would be perfect if he was still doing his flamboyant heel stuff? Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly would be perfect. You could have Seth coming down in his jackets, loving himself in his outfit and everything, and then behind him, flanked by Pretty Deadly, doing the exact same thing, and like that. Yeah, that would be a great trio. That'd be a great trio. But I don't think we're kind of... the Seth character isn't quite there anymore. Unless you have Pretty Deadly as, like, faces and put face Pretty Deadly with face Seth. That could also work. I feel like it works better if they were heels, but... Yeah, that's the kind of thing I was thinking more so than Dirty Dogs. SmackDown did Another 2.2 last week. That's 9 straight weeks over 2.2. When the show is live on Fox for autumn and ratings are usually down, have fans gained Triple H's trust? It is consistent. I don't know that fans. I don't know if he lost the trust of the fans. Did he? I feel like there was a lot of competition. Was it Halloween or something? There was some like Halloween and a couple of big games, and I think Raw dipped down quite low. And I think that there was concern that the decline was continuing. But that wasn't expected to stay at that level. It was just like some of the lowest hours that made you kind of go, oh, this isn't good. Like, it's not good compared to previous Halloweens, and it's clearly not going to be good news for next year's Halloween, because chances are we'll go even lower. So I think I expected it to like bounce back from that. But no, I don't know. I don't think fans have necessarily lost trust with Triple H. We just seem to be sticking around that kind of 2-point-something million mark for Smackdown, which, as you said, has been a good number of weeks now, which I think, to be honest, has got to be helped by Sammy and Usi and Roman and Bray. I feel like all of those are the reasons why SmackDown's numbers are doing so well. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that there's been a loss of trust or a regaining of trust or anything like that. SmackDown is better than Raw. Mm-hmm. Bluespeed said, what do you think about Finn getting a mega push soon? Yeah, I'm for it. I mean, Finn is someone that I would love to see bring back the demon character. And I don't need to see it all the time, but I just think that if we need Finn to go to a darker place, then you bring out the demon. I think seeing the demon lose was really disappointing against Roman. I think that's one of the most disappointing results of, is it this year? Was that this year? I think the whole ending of that match was really disappointing. So, yeah, that was a real shame. I would love to see Finn get a push, because I think he's shown in NXT, certainly in his first run. Second run didn't grab me as much, but his first run I thought was fantastic. And, you know, we were seeing some killer matches between like Finn and Kevin Owens, and Finn and Samoa Joe, and they were just doing some amazing stuff with that first run. And he had a really good title reign. And then he got brought up and, you know, won the unities. He was the first ever Universal Champion, as you know. Only had it 24 hours. That was back in 2016. That was 6 years ago, nearly 7 years ago at next SummerSlam. 7 years ago that will be. And you have to ask a very honest question. What the hell have we done in those 6 years, 7 years? What have we done? So he is definitely someone that deserves that opportunity. But there's a long list of people that deserve that opportunity. Like, it's great seeing Sammy getting built up. Obviously, we want to see Kevin up there as well. Cody has come back. He deserves to get his hands on the championship. So, yeah, there's loads of people that deserve that spot. And I would like to see in that spot. But we got to be careful, because I don't want the title getting hot potatoes around, because that doesn't do anything for the title, and it doesn't do anything for the people that have got it. If everyone's got the belt, then it's about the same as no one having the belt. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't achieve anything. Whoever beats Roman is going to be a made person. It's going to really put them over. It's going to be massive. Like, whoever gets the nod to finally beat Roman and get the title from him, that person gets a massive push, and their stock will raise so high in people's eyes that it will change their career. It doesn't matter who, like, you know, if it's Corbin, for example, or if it was Austin Theory or whoever it is, like Cody, it would legitimize Cody. Cody would finally have the championship that he has so desired. It would be a massive moment, and it would be a way of saying, this is the guy, this is the stamp of approval, you know. You don't need to question if Triple H likes this person or not. This is clearly the guy. that Triple H is getting behind. So whoever does it's going to be massive. You don't get that if the title is passed around all the time. So yeah, so many people that deserve to be up there and deserve to have that opportunity, but you've got to space it out. Like, you've got to make sure that the title reigns are meaningful, because if none of them are meaningful, then the title isn't meaningful. What happened to Brock Lesnar after Crown Jewel? He got choked out and we didn't see him again. So haven't seen Brock since that happened. To be honest, he clearly got paid to do Crown Jewel. I think part of this story is not concluded. He's going to want revenge. Even though he got the win, he's going to want revenge. So that will set up another match between him and Bobby at some point. Maybe Rumble. Maybe WrestleMania. I hope not WrestleMania, but maybe Rumble. Logan Paul looked better than half the roster, says Jellyheads. Jilly said, it'll be Cody. WWE need a really good babyface like Cena or Rock. They are missing that very important piece of the puzzle. What will be longer, the first hour of Raw or the stoppage time in the first game tomorrow morning? The ref's going to be crazy with these stopwatches. Yeah, it is crazy. And the other, there's a slight problem to it as well, because what it does is if each half is going to have like 10 minutes added on, that's 20 minutes or so that's added on to a game. All of a sudden, games do become noticeably longer now. Like, it's not just, if each half has 3 minutes added, that's 6 minutes, right? If each half has 10, that's 20 minutes added on. Like, all of a sudden, that has a real knock-on effect to the game that's following. So, I mean, it's all right for the World Cup, but it's just, it's something I have to take into account to the streams. Because a lot of the streams are set up where there's, like, about 10 minutes gap. So this match ends, then I've got 10 minutes to go to the next one. So, I can go to the toilet if I need to. I can have a coffee, which is what I tend to go and do, is get another coffee made. Obviously, change the channel if I need to, change the graphics over it. That 10 minutes just allows me to do that. But now that time's being taken away because of all this added on time. So it's something I'm going to have to really look at for future streams and actually push some of those streams back, because I'm just simply not going to get to the streams on time with all this added on time. It's mental. But if Sasha makes more sense with all of the Bailey history, says Cal L Cool J. Are you putting the whole show on here? We'll be live for the whole show, but we can't put the show here. Gary said 14 minutes extra in England's first half, but to be honest, the keeper should have been off earlier. Yeah, that one I don't mind so much, to be honest, because you can kind of understand why with the concussion thing. But I think there was like 10 minutes in the second half, and I couldn't work out where that came from. I think there was 8 minutes in Netherlands against Senegal in the second half, and I couldn't quite work out where that had come from either. I mean, I'm sure it's true. I'm sure that those 8 minutes were 8 minutes that the ball went out of play and the ref stopped his watch and whatever, and so it came to 8 minutes. But I suppose the question then has to become, why has it never been this long before? Like, why all of a sudden now has all this extra time appeared? Because what have we been doing all these years? Why was it only 3 minutes before? Like, were the refs being a little bit more flowery? Were they being a little bit more lackadaisical? Was it a case of, like, the ball went out and they'd have a little wander around, have a chat, and then go, oh, I should stop this watch? And then they stop it. And so as a result, we got 3 added minutes rather than 10 added minutes. Like, I don't understand, like, how this has changed. I mean, maybe before the refs, I actually don't know the rule. Maybe before, if it was a throw-in, the refs were told, don't bother stopping your watch. It's only a throw-in, don't worry about it. Like, don't by the time they get the ball, chuck it in. Like, you'd be stop, start. Just let it go. Maybe there was something like that, but now they're told no, stop the thing. As soon as the ball goes out of play, boom, you stop your watch. And maybe it just wasn't that way before, but it is mental how added on time has always been like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and now it's 8 minutes, 10 minutes. That is a noticeable difference at this World Cup. Elliot said, think about the knockout games. If they go to extra time, that's going to be 140 minutes plus penalties. A game could go 2 hours 40. That's NFL length. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I suppose if you're losing, you're going to want as much extra time as possible. So, it's good for that. But if you're winning, I mean, if you're winning and it's tight and you're really under pressure, you do not want 10 extra minutes at the end of the game, do you? I mean, there's been so many times where England have had to just hold on by their fingertips and just try and get through to the final whistle. And then, like, the board goes up, it's like 3 minutes. And even when it says 3 minutes, you go, oh, God, 3 minutes? Can't it just be like 1, 3? Oh, God, we've got to try and... Now, it's going to be double digits. I won't cope. Is Matt Cardona returning to WWE as the Long Island IC? I don't think so. The rumors are that Triple H is interested, but I think he said that Zack Ryder is dead. I think Matt Cardona said he'll never go back to that. So I feel like that's Long Island IC is connected to Zack Ryder, isn't it? So no, I don't think he would. Big Time Baxter said, with MJF, we are going to go into winter. How long do you think he holds the title? Well, I think we need to have a look, see what the numbers look like. So, if the ratings are going to be atrocious, if the ratings going to decline, if he's going to be a poor drawing champion, then Tony's going to have to make a change, isn't he? Maybe sooner than he even expects. But I think the ratings will be good. Obviously, if the ratings are insane and things are, popping off and ticket sales are amazing and we're seeing real lift in the business, and Tony's going to stick with him, isn't he? So I don't think that's one we can sit here and go, oh, it'll be 6 months. I think it's going to come down to what the numbers look like, what the analytics look like. Do you think Big E should come back and turn heel, attack Kofi and Woods? I don't want him back in the New Day. Not really. I would say, I mean, he's not really... I suppose he was in the New Day, but he wasn't really in the New Day. Like, he'd gone off on his own, but then he came back and just did a little run with them, and then that's when he got injured. So, for him to come back and attack them, I mean, I see him as being a solo star now, really. So, I mean, I suppose he could do that to make it clear that he's not rejoining them and that he's now a heel. So, I suppose you could go that way to send that message. But I don't know how impactful it's going to be, because I sort of see him as a solo star. I don't really see him as like a member of the New Day anymore. But I suppose if you want him as a heel, that would be a good way to do it. If you wanted to turn him heel. Candice has got blue hair. It could be her. Andrade, WWE, sometime in the future, says Bonkers. Andrew said, something I don't get about people saying Sasha will join Team Bianca is the fact we saw Bianca feuding. It doesn't make sense. Also, she probably want to return with Naomi. I think it's the blue hair on that poster that's really caught people's attention. My feeling on it is that you can't read into posters. I really don't think you can read into posters. I don't know that they're using that poster to tease Sasha. I mean, what with the success of White Rabbit, we know that teases and things like that is something that they are looking at. So can't completely rule it out. In the past, I would have said no way. In the past, I would have said no. You cannot use a poster to have any kind of read as to what's coming. But with the success of White Rabbit and Triple H saying they are looking at other kind of Easter egg type things, it's kind of a bit different now. The landscape's a little different now. So I still leaning towards it not being Sasha. I've thought Candice all along. But, yeah. Under Triple H, you can't quite use the same rules as what you had before. And that is catching me out sometimes. Under Vince, I sort of felt like I had a pretty good read of Vince. You sort of knew like what he would do because you knew what he liked and what he didn't like and what he'd done before. And, you know, there was quite a few things that he'd done before that he would continue to do. Like prioritize bigger guys, for example. And, you know, there was that pattern of if you lose on the go-home show, then you win at the pay-per-view, which did kind of get undone in more recent years. But that was always one that was tried and tested and always was true. So there was always a few patterns and things that you could get a read of Vince. But obviously this is a very different company now, isn't it? So I suppose you can't be as confident in things. But before I would have said, no way. No way can you use a poster to like try and figure out who's coming back, because I don't think that news is shared with the people in the marketing department, because it's massive news. That kind of news as to when Sasha is coming back, that is news that WWE will not want getting out there. They will not want that getting to the dirt sheets. And if you want news to not get out, you can't afford to share it with loads of people. You can't afford to tell the marketing department, because you know, this is where the leaks like come from. Like the more people that know about something, the more chance there is that it's going to get out. So that's why if there is going to be a return like Sasha coming back, you would want to keep it really on a need to know basis, and that need to know basis would be a couple of people, and that would be it. A couple of people would know about it, and you just tell your marketing departments, just put a mystery image up. We're going to have a mystery person. Give me a mystery image. And you don't actually tell them who it is. So, yeah, the White Rabbit thing may be playing a factor now, though. So they might be using it now as a way of kind of teasing. I mean, maybe Triple H has provided the image he wants them to use. So that way he doesn't tell them who it is. But he provides the image. Like, that would be a way around it. But I don't know that that's what's happening. But, yeah, I mean, I'm still leaning towards Candice. Definitely still leaning towards Candice. I subbed out Guy. He put me no points for Senegal. I've put in Fabian Schär in for Switzerland. Yeah, well, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Just make those changes. Hope people are enjoying the World Cup game. Don't forget to make your changes before tomorrow's game. Right, let's go over to Raw. It's going to be starting in a minute's time. See you tomorrow. William. Charlotte could be a fifth member and then attack Bianca, says Bonkers. Christiana said, Chris Hart, I think that Becky returns and joins Team Bianca. Big Time Baxter said, do you think Punk and AEW will try to work things out? I don't think you can work things out with Punk, to be honest. I don't think Punk's the kind of guy you're working stuff out with. I'm thinking that's done. I think CM Punk is someone that really has not got time for any BS. And I think that he is probably going to look at this situation now as BS. And I think, a couple of things that, like, Elite coming out to Wayward Son, like that, I thought was interesting. I didn't know if that was a little message being sent. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think that I think it's over. I think it's done. I think they're going to pay him out of his contract, and there's been no news on that though. But I don't think the future looks bright. Then now. forever. Dun 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 dun. Not leaving, but thank you, Days. Yeah, William, thanks a lot, mate. All the best, buds. Been a brilliant part of the community, so yeah. You look after yourself, pal. All the best, William. Round of applause for William. Fantastic, mate. Brilliant. Wayward Son did send a message, no doubt, said Jilly. Josie said, do you think CM Punk WWE return is inevitable? Nope. Nope. I don't think CM Punk wants anything to do with WWE. Again, I could be wrong on that, but he's not a fan of Triple H. And he got his release, but he's not a fan of WWE. He was clearly not a fan of their doctor because he sued him. I don't think he enjoyed how he was treated when he was there. And he was like champion and all this kind of stuff. So I don't think he's got any desire to go back to WWE. And I think he made that quite clear whilst he was in AEW. Right. Kevin Owens is going to start the show. Right. Kevin Owens is coming out. It's good to see Kevin Owens. Really good to see Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is that guy. Kevin Owens is that guy that you look forward to. Oh, my God. Cody against Kevin Owens. Oh, my God. Oh, I feel sick. That'd be amazing. The look on the face of Kevin Owens is a familiar one. Very focused. Dun, dun, dun. Right. Owens making his way down to the ring. Never fear, Larry is here. Do you think Punk was right? He told Tony that AEW needs to slow down the in-ring style. It's burning out and injuring talent. Yes, I think he's completely right. 100% is right. Those matches, million miles an hour, where moves don't really matter. It's just move, 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 move. No one cares about that. I've said before, when you're watching those matches, I do not sit here and go, wow, look at that. Oh. Like, you know, as the moves are happening, to me, I don't get more, like, if anything, I'm just like, right, yeah, now he's done that. Now he's done that. Because nothing means anything. None of these moves result in anyone getting pinned. All it results is the next sequence of moves. He's completely right. He's completely right. Right, here's Kevin Owens. So he said he joined the War Games match. And I did it for a good reason. Oh, I'm not talking about Sammy. I still consider Sammy as a brother. So he said, the person I'm going after is Roman Reigns. Roman. It's been 2 long years. Been 2 long years since we faced each other. And I'm coming to remind you just that who the hell I am. I'm the guy that took you to the limit. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I'm the guy that if it wasn't for your bloodline, I would have ended that historic title reign before it even started. Great promo. Passionate promo. This is a bit like Kevin Owens Unleashed. Kevin Owens chant. Yeah, good. Passion, good. I bet Uruguay £5 to win World Cup. I would get £205, said David. Good luck. Guess what? Tonight, I haven't come alone. Sheamus is making his way down. So Sheamus is making his way down. Brawling Brutes, actually. And now here's Drew. Okay, this is fun. So he's brought the team with him. I don't know why, but Brawling Brutes have come out and they're in the crowd, as is Drew. It's a fun start to the show, isn't it? So we get the Survivor Series team making their way down. Sheamus, Ridge, Butch, Drew, Kevin Owens. Are we going to get the Bloodline come out? Or is someone going to come out and challenge them and they'll like get a warm-up match? I wonder where this is going. Where's this going? Drew and Sheamus against the Usos. Advantage match on SmackDown. That was announced on Friday. I remember including that in the review that we did. Okay, where are we going with this? Where are we going? Raw is War Games, says that sign. The Brawling Shields. The Brawling Shields. Oh, Benny! It's fight night. There's a banger cooking in the stove. Oh, it's going to be good. I'm really looking forward to that Survivor Series stream. Let's see how they do War Games on the main roster. I want Sasha to team with Bianca, but I think it'll be Candice or one of the people not being spoke about, like Tegan Nox, considering Dakota is on Damage Control and Dakota turned on Nox at War Games. Bloodline would be outnumbered. Roman doesn't work Mondays. Okay, so these guys just getting excited about Survivor Series. Owens is sat in the corner, is allowing Drew and Brawling Brutes an opportunity to talk. Wrestle with Andy said, now that Triple H is open to new main roster match types, we need the WCW Triple Cage. Wow, that was awesome, wasn't it? Oh, in a bad way. But visually, it was awesome. I'd be so down for seeing that match again, you know. I feel like there's so much you could do with that match in 2022, 2023. Yeah, yes, is my answer. I'd love to see it. Are you ready for a war, said Drew. Wow. Here come Judgment Day then. So is it going to go that way? So I think Judgment Day are coming out. Oh, I tell you what, they've effed up here. They've absolutely effed up. They've only gone and awoken Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio making his way down with Rhea and Damian and Finn. Drew. Shut up. Drew. Shut up. I think you and your brawling buddies are lost. This is the show that the Judgment Day runs. Why is Butch getting excited? Butch is like, let me at her. Over here, you rise and show respect to the Judgment Day. Tell my deadbeat dad I said hello. That's nice. At least he's talking to him. He says that AJ is getting taxed. Finn Balor is coming to collect. I hope the Bloodline smash you at Survivor Series. Next time you show your ugly mugs on Raw, we won't be so nice. Are they walking away? Finn Balor. My fellow Irishman, how you doing, lad? I don't respect you, fella. You're the type of plastic paddy that I have come to despise. Finn says, plastic paddy? What? Oh, that's a great line. Even salt looks like sugar, and I'm one salty Irish. Beep. Sheamus and Finn. Yeah. Feels like it. Salt versus sugar. Judgment Day against Brawling Brutes. That's a shame. I was more excited by Finn versus Sheamus. But there we go. Match made. Plastic paddy. So, brawl. Judgment Day Brawling Brutes. It's next. Well, there we go. It's done. It's been announced. It's done. Kevin Owens against Damian Priest. It's going to be Brawling Brutes. Judgment Day next. So, Judgment Day versus Brawling Brutes. Plastic patties. I want to see Sheamus against Finn Balor, said Krista. Well, you can't. Yeah, I got excited for that match as well, to be honest. But this probably makes more sense, you know. Give this team a win, build up towards Survivor Series, blah, 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 blah. I'd imagine, I don't know, are we going to be getting OC getting involved, do you think? Plastic paddy is a slang expression for cultural appropriation evidenced by unconvincing or obviously non-native Irishness. doesn't really make sense, does it? Because I don't think that Finn is being culturally appropriate. I think he is Irish, so I don't know. I don't know that it. I don't really get it as to why he said it to. Perhaps he was like saying you're not like a real fighter. You're clearly a fake fighter. You're a fake. You must be a fake Irishman. Perhaps he was coming from that angle. Even Finn didn't seem to quite get it. I liked his response though. I thought that was good. Storm's Magic, shout out to you. Hope you are well. LD Cool said, "Is everyone excited about Thanksgiving? Because I am." Well, we don't have it here in the UK, so it's a non-entity for us. But yes, obviously a massive deal in America. So I believe that's Thursday. So we don't have Thanksgiving, but we do have Black Friday over here, which is really strange because it makes no sense. Black Friday makes no sense over here whatsoever. It's just like a weird random sale for no reason. But we do have it. Is that why you get a bit turned off by Young Bucks and Lucha Bros? Because they always do the gymnastic spots. Some of the spots look rehearsed. Yes. I don't like those bits where you can see everyone's just working together. I don't like those like big spots. I mean, look, there's wrestling fans that do because they get big reactions, hence why they keep doing them. But I'm a fan of seeing two people battling that match, looking like they're really having a fight and they're really trying to win and they're really trying to, where you get a lot of these like big, multi-person spots and I really don't like if it's going to be Young Bucks against like Lucha Bros, I already know I'm not going to enjoy it. But there's many people that do, so. Right. 17 minutes into this show, 6-person tag. It's Butch and Ridge and Sheamus taking on Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and the GOAT, Dominic Mysterio. Judgment Day versus Brawling Brute. Very good moment, but I can't help think they lack something. I just think the Bloodline have set a new standard for factions. It's fair. Brawling Brews. What the hell is a Brawling Brew? Brawling Brew. Boom. Ancient Egyptians would use the paste from dead mice to cure toothache. Coach Co, hello. Chris said, what do you think of go-home shows like Raw Tonight and Smackdown? I think they're flat. I think go-home shows are normally very unexciting. I think that they can't really do much of significance because like you can sort of see where this is going a mile away. Like, I can't see the Judgment Day winning this. Like, this is surely going to be Brawling Brutes picking up a win as we go towards the pay-per-view. So, I think you have to go into a go-home show knowing it's a go-home show. What I will say is that Triple H has been doing a few bits recently to make go-home shows a little more exciting. He's been doing a few stories that have just been playing out on Raw so that they at least give you that as well as the final build for the pay-per-view. So I don't know that we'll get anything like that tonight. Maybe like Austin Theory, for example. Austin Theory might not have anything at Survivor Series, but or he might do, of course. He may take on Seth at Survivor Series. But, things we have been seeing examples like that. Mid-card belts, for example. Some of the mid-card belts haven't been getting used on premium live events, but we've been getting, say, an Intercontinental match on the Friday, and then we've been getting a United States title match on the Monday, rather than actually doing them at the premium live events. So we've been seeing a few little bits like that. But I can't think of anything that's been announced. I mean, there's hardly been anything announced for tonight. So I can't give you an example, unfortunately, because we haven't had much. We haven't had much in the way of information regarding tonight's show. Storm's Magic, appreciate it, dude. Shout out to you. Ribby, hello, mates. Ribby said, hello, days. Hello, all. It's been a while. Ribby, hope you're well. Hope you're excited for Survivor Series, building up towards that show this weekend. Normally we get a bit of a preview, don't we, on Fightful? Have they actually put anything up yet? Fightful normally get the Raw plans. So I don't know if they've got anything. Let's have a look. Here we go. Please don't be a jerk and spoil this for people who don't want it to be spoiled. Okay. Okay. Well, I won't spoil it. I mean, in all fairness, nothing has been announced. So there is a preview of tonight's show. I would argue Rhea makes Judgment Day. For most people, she is the best part. Maka said, thought if it's Asuka versus Ripley as the main event, then surely Team Bayley come out. They're outnumbered, and then the fifth member comes out. Could go that way, Maka Rice, yes. James said, would you like to see Sheamus as world champ again? I wouldn't mind seeing Sheamus as world champ. I think this run that he's been on, and his matches certainly with Gunther, have really elevated him. I think that if you think when he was just sort of out on his own, a little bit lost, like in a way, the Brawling Brutes has actually been really good for him. It's worked. I think because it positions him as a big deal. You know, earlier how we were saying, imagine Seth with Pretty Deadly. We've sort of done that. We've with Sheamus. Like Sheamus has got Butch and Ridge to kind of back him up, you know, but he is undeniably the leader, and so it makes him a bigger deal. So I think Brawling Brutes has been good for Sheamus. So I don't mind, but the only problem is when do you do it? Because, you know, you need to try and get Kevin Owens up there. You need to get Finn Balor up there. We've been talking about Cody coming back, being up there. There's a lot of people in contention for those titles. I just don't know that Sheamus is going to be up there anytime soon. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind, but hard to know when you do it. Big Time Baxter says, what do you think about WrestleMania Raw and SmackDown right before Mania? I like it. The shows feel bigger. Along with the Hall of Fame, it makes the overall weekend bigger. Yeah, I like them. I think wasn't we really disappointed with the Raw after WrestleMania, though? I seem to recall the Raw after WrestleMania was it was all right, but it wasn't as crazy as what we'd seen before. So I remember there being a little disappointment about the Raw after WrestleMania. So I would love to see Raw after WrestleMania, and SmackDown's hard, isn't it? SmackDown's hard because I think people tend to come in from other countries, do like a WrestleMania weekend, and then go, say, Wednesday. So that means they're not around for the Friday. So, I mean, I suppose you could do the SmackDown before WrestleMania and make that a big deal and have a few surprises on that show. So you could do SmackDown before WrestleMania and then do 2 days of WrestleMania and then do the Raw after WrestleMania and do that weekend. I mean, I feel like the SmackDown, they've started to put things like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on there and a few bits like that, but I don't remember there being like legends or surprises. I think I'd like to see that. Let's treat it like the Raw after WrestleMania. Do you know what I mean? Like you could have NXT call-ups, you could have some legends return, you could have some surprises. I understand people would be like, oh, you save it for WrestleMania, but no, treat it as like WrestleMania is basically 4 days, not 2, it's 4. Include Raw, include that SmackDown, have matches on there like the Andre Battle Royal and title matches and NXT call-ups, and just make it this big weekend of just, you know, amazingness. So to answer your question, I like it. I think they could go further with SmackDown. I think they tend to, you know, put an Andre Battle Royal on there, but they don't really go far enough. I'd go further. I mean, look, in an ideal world, you would probably want to go big with the Smackdown after WrestleMania. But for the reasons we just explained, you can't. Because, like, the people that come in for that weekend that are there to have a great time, they are likely gone by the time you get to SmackDown. So that's why you've got to do the one before, really. So, yeah, I'm into it. The only thing I would say is that it's a bit weird having NXT. NXT feels like it might need to move to a Thursday. Having it on the Saturday and then trying to do WrestleMania on Saturday night. Like, not sure about that. That one, I'm not sure if that works. You know, like, doing NXT on midday on Saturday and then, like, that's a lot of wrestling in it. I mean, it's a lot of wrestling anyway. But I feel like it's better if it has... Like, remember back in the day, it would be NXT on the Saturday and then it'd be WrestleMania on the Sunday. Or it'd be NXT on the Saturday and whatever the pay-per-view was on the Sunday. Like, that was nice. Now it's... Oh, my God. It's SmackDown on Friday. Later on Friday, it's Hall of Fame. Then on Saturday, it's NXT. Then on Saturday night, it's night 1. Then you've got night 2 on Sunday. Then you've got Raw. I mean, it's a lot crammed into that weekend. It's a lot crammed in. So, pretty full on. But I suppose, I mean, you look at it and you go, well, how would you change it? I mean, if you did NXT on a Thursday, it's a bit of a weird night to do it, isn't it? It's a bit strange to do it on a Thursday. Would people be able to get there for a Thursday? Maybe not. Maybe, again, from a travel point of view, people fly in on a Thursday, go to their hotels, and then Friday they can do SmackDown. The weekend they can do stuff. Monday they can do Raw, and then they're off on the Tuesday. We're back from commercial break. Meave said the image on WWE and Bianca's team looks like blue hair. It's going to be Sasha or AJ Lee. Rivy said, congrats to England. I wish USA would have won, but a good opening draw with Wales today. Yeah, I wouldn't be too down on it. It's not the end of the world. A loss would have been horrific, but I think it always stings when you're winning and then that win gets taken away. Retribution, shout out to you. No worries. Yeah, it was good. Great result with England today. Shoulder tackle there by Ridge. And again, Finn Balor goes down. Duck underneath there by Ridge. Against the ropes. Shoulder tackle. Finn Balor up on his feet. Over in the corner with Ridge charging over. Collides into Finn Balor. Goes back against the corner. Collides into him again. 28 minutes gone so far. Kick there by Finn Balor. Balor charging over Ridge. Plants him down. I've been cooking chicken curry. Enjoy it. Coach Co said grizzly bears possess a biting force of over 12,000 psi, which would be enough to crush a bowling ball. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing and terrifying, isn't it? Tag, in comes Dominic, in comes Sheamus. Oh, look at Dominic. Dominic gets in and he's like, oh my God. Life's gone wrong. Life's gone wrong for the goat. The goat jumps out. The goat's running away. Look at the goat running away. Who's coming out? Oh, the OC are coming out. OC are coming out. Mia Yim making her way down. Love that. Love that. Love seeing Dominic all scared. He looked... I can only imagine that's the same reaction as when his PlayStation Plus subscription is expired. That's the kind of terror that I saw in his face. So Dominic runs. OC came out to ensure that he didn't make it that far. Match continues with Butch coming off the top rope, gets caught by Damian Priest. Step up in Zaguri. Damian Priest on the outside, Butch on the outside, moonsault. Did you see AEW, WWE Forbidden Door ever happening? No. Not unless WWE by AEW or AEW by WWE. Roll up by Dominic too. Kick out by Sheamus. Oh. Brogue. I think, was that a brogue? Brogue. How's the World Cup been so far? It's been brilliant. Yeah, really good. Loved it. England game was fantastic. What a performance. And yeah, it was popping up in the chat during USA and Wales, as you can imagine, as people were sharing their support for their respective nations. Good. Dominic down on the outside of the ring. Sheamus clubbing away, crowd cheering. Kevin Owens impressed. Dominic not so much because he's the one on the receiving end. Looks like a brogue is coming. Dominic in the corner. Sheamus charges over. Brogue kick. 1, 2, 3. And it's a victory. Brawling Brutes. Brawling Brutes beats Judgment Day. With the brogue. Now we've got a brawl afterwards. AEW. 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 England beat a bad team. When England face a better team, England will lose. England beat the 20th ranked international team in the world. So, if the 20th best team in the world is a bad team, then there's only 19 teams that can be better. Stunner by Kevin Owens. Stunner by Owens on Finn Balor. Drew is sat on commentary. Big brawl at the end. Judgment Day for Judgment Day, said Cypher. Rivy said AEW. AEW. Any post-match brawl now is gets AEW chance. Right. There we go. Drew in the ring holds up the arms of Sheamus. We're backstage with Johnny Gargano. Here's Johnny wrestling. Here's Kathy Kelly. So rematch against The Miz. I challenge Miz to a rematch right here tonight, says Johnny. I just want to help out an old friend. So Johnny says, I want The Miz one-on-one. Right, Johnny against The Miz. That match coming up next. This Friday. Okay, so Usos going to be taking on Drew and Sheamus to try and establish who gets the advantage. Friday Night Smackdown. Oh. I was waiting for something like Uncle Howdy related, but it never came. Boo. Okay, so Johnny. Johnny against Miz coming up next. Would be funny if we saw the return of Angry Miz Girl in this feud, said Eric. What if Dexter is Angry Miz Girl grown up? Retribution said, I'm not cooking out of enjoyment. I'm cooking out of helplessness. Thankfully, my mom taught me a few recipes, and I just hope it's edible. I'm sure it will be. Follow it to the letter. You'll be all right. Minu Samuel said, good evening, Days. Happy with the England result. Over the moon, mate. I think Beth Phoenix will be the last member. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Beth makes sense, what with Rhea being in there, but that's not a bad shout. There's a fair few names that are doing the rounds. That's not a bad shout. But yeah, I'm over the moon with the England result. Was not expecting it. I was fingers crossed. Fingers were crossed for a 1-0. 6-2 is just... That's just not what England do. People might look at that and go, well, England were expected to win. Yes, but you clearly have not been watching England very long, have you? That is not what England do. Are all WWE Premium Live events on Saturdays? The last few have been on Saturdays. Yeah. I think there has been the odd one that still has snuck onto a Sunday. But yes, they are looking to try and make them Saturdays. Sucks, to be honest, for me, but it's great for many of you. But more importantly, it sucks for me. Did you see KSI and Dylan Dennis face off? No, I didn't, no. I've heard that's his next match next year, is it? So we will be doing that. Bearded Bronco said, we already know that the heels will get the advantage in both of the War Games matches. Retribution said, you need to bring out a merch range for Christmas. Oh, I'll add it to the list. I'll add it to the to-do list, the ever-growing to-do list. I'll tell you what would help you. A Wrestling Days cooking book. That's what you need. Wrestling Days cooking book. Step 1, find the phone. Step 2, call for delivery. Step 3, wait. Done. Biggest opening game England win in World Cup history. Only the second time we've scored 6 goals in a major tournament match. I mean, it's just incredible. It's incredible. I think it's the first World Cup goals for Grealish, Saka, Sterling as well, I think, and Bellingham. Bellingham's first goal in an England shirt, full stop. Like, there really is some major milestones. It's mental. It's just such an incredible result. Incredible result. Just a bit shame that we conceded those 2 goals, but I love the fact that that's exactly what Southgate said after. He's like, I should be celebrating this, but I can't stop thinking about the fact we didn't see the game out and we conceded those 2 goals. So I love that. Right. Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano taking on The Miz. I suppose this is an example of what I was talking about. I don't think these two are facing or having anything at Survivor Series. So this is a feud that's playing out on Raw. Because we were talking earlier about like go home shows. And as I said, this is an example of something that's got nothing to do with Survivor Series, seemingly. But we're still getting it here on this go home. Chris said, I want The Rock to return at WrestleMania, and The Rock turns on the Bloodline, challenges Roman for the titles, and beats him with a rock bottom 1, 2, 3. Big Time Back said, have you seen a clip floating around? MJF put his face on a women's body. No. Retribution said, Bellingham is now the second youngest English player to score in a World Cup match in history after Michael Owen. Damn that Michael Owen. The boy from Starbridge should have that record. New theme. Was it new? I didn't hear. I always have the sound down. Right, here's the Miz. Miz is in a suit. Injured. Injured during a TikTok. I wasn't dancing, even though I do have moves like Jagger. Okay, so Miz has come out to say he can't compete. In 1 week's time, I will defeat Dexter Lumis. Oh, yeah, who's he got? I found you a worthy opponent, says Miz. Amos. I mean, it couldn't have been more obvious, could it, in all fairness? I wonder who the Miz has found for Johnny that's going to be a challenge. Amos. Amos is making his way down. Don't worry about it. He can't wrestle. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. That's one big opponent, said Erasure Minds. Is John Cena going to be WWE champion again? I don't think so. I don't think so. He might compete for it again, though. Here is Amos on the edge of the ring, stepping over the ropes. Who's booking this garbage, said Big Time Baxter. Amos is sloppy anyways, says Harris. Kyle said so predictable. Larry said the Nigerian sloth. The Nigerian sloth, Amos, making his way into the ring. I want to see Johnny wrestle Amos, said Miz. Corey Graves said, "I'm not sure about that. I want to see. I want to see your TikTok with the cactus." Johnny on the outside is over by the commentary table. MVP out there. Amos comes out after him. Miz said this guy won every title there is to win in NXT. He is Johnny Wrestling. Is just not doing much wrestling right now as he's being beaten up here by Amos. Big boot by Amos. Johnny trying to go through the ropes, gets caught by Amos. Amos stumbles back into the commentary table. Johnny getting back into the ring. Johnny goes over the top, gets caught by Amos. Johnny trying to throw in some back elbows, and he is hurled onto the edge of the ring. Amos screaming. Gargano looks like a Tic Tac next to Amos. Did you see the outrage, including myself on Twitter, about BBC not showing the opening ceremony live on BBC? They hid it on iPlayer where anyone hardly knew about it. Yeah, well, I didn't know about it. I actually tuned in, expecting to see it like 10 minutes before the match. I can understand. Like, we did the stream, and I was like, I don't know what's happened to the opening ceremony. I'm guessing it's like going to be like a short 10-minute thing. And people were like, no, it was an hour ago, and it was awesome. I'm like, oh, I've seen a few highlights of it. But yeah, that was a shame. That was a shame. What's your opinion on Nick Aldis? I really like Nick Aldis, and I would definitely have him in WWE. I'd probably put him to NXT first because I think you need to introduce him to the audience. I think if you was to show a picture of Nick Aldis to most WWE fans, they wouldn't know who he was. So I think put him in NXT, give him a fantastic NXT title run, really build him up as someone, and then bring him up, and then there'll be that enthusiasm when he comes up. So I wouldn't have him in NXT long. Certainly wouldn't be years. I mean, 6 months. Give him like a really good title run, and take it from there. Basically, 1, 2, 3. Amos beats Johnny. Amos beats Johnny. So Amos wins with a choke slam. There is Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. Right. Amos has squashed Johnny. Did you see that Mia Yim's name is Michin? No. They did call her Michin backstage, but I didn't know they'd actually changed her name to that. Michin is her actual name now. No, I didn't know that. They mentioned it backstage in a segment, and I know the OC used it as a nickname, but no, I didn't realize that was her actual name. Is it? If they changed it on the a roster page? IWC wanted Amos to stop destroying jobbers. Someone will have to do a job. Seth really going for that blonde look, and it's awesome, said Scott. Harif said, it's Amos. What do you expect? A high flyer to beat a giant? Crystal said, didn't know Gargano was a jobber. Amos versus Boomers. Seth Rollins' interview is next. Easy said, top 5 impressive players at the World Cup after the 4 matches you've watched. Oh, God. I mean, Bellingham, I think. Bellingham and Saka, which would be easy, but I think both of them were incredible today. So, Bellingham, Saka, I think Tyler Adams of the US looked good. I thought maybe Valencia looked lively, didn't he, for Ecuador? He scored 2 goals and had 1 disallowed. So Valencia, Tyler Adams, Saka, Bellingham. The Dutch keeper was good. He made a few decent saves. I'm trying to think if there's anyone on the Welsh team that really stood out. I mean, Bale was obviously cool, calm, collected with the penalty. So I thought he did a decent job. I think Kiefer Moore really changed the game when he came on for Wales. I think when Kiefer Moore came on, I mean, it's hard to know if it was him or if it was just Wales couldn't have been any worse. They were terrible in the first half, but they made a big improvement in that second half. Was that down to Kiefer Moore? I'll chuck a Welsh player in there. I'll go Kiefer Moore. So I think Kiefer Moore, when he came on, looked really good. I thought Tyler Adams for the US played really well. Saka and Bellingham just stunning. And then I'll go Valencia with Ecuador. So those would be the ones that have stood out so far to me. Gakpo had a good game, said James. Yeah, that was a hell of a goal, wasn't it? That was a hell of a goal. Raw has been enjoyable so far, says Butterbarn. Why is Johnny losing clean to Amos? I think they want to make Amos a giant, want to make Amos a threat. So if Amos loses clean, it doesn't do much for Amos, does it? It's kind of a no-win situation. They both need wins, to be honest. Right, Seth coming up next. We're seeing the more dangerous theory from last week. Seth freaking Rollins. Let's see what Seth freaking Rollins has got to say. Johnny beating Amos is not believable, says Alex. Courtney said, I think Candice will be the final member of Bianca's team. But you know what? I haven't even looked at this poll, and I didn't even realize it got over 1,000 votes. So that's amazing. So massive shout out to everyone that's voted in that. Let's have a look. So 1,168 votes. So 32% of people think Sasha, 35% of people think Becky, 20% think Candice, and then only 13% think anyone and everyone else. So it seems like Becky is the front runner at the moment, with Sasha in second, Candice in third, and then everyone else in joint fourth. So that's what you lot think after over 1,170 votes. Very interesting. Tarek, shout out to you. With France having so many of their first team players out, do you think it'll be an easy route to the semi-final? No, it won't be easy at all. I mean, like, the thing with France is that they can lose players, but the players that come in make you go, oh. Do you know what I mean? Like, they lose Kante and Pogba, well, in comes Camavinga and Tchouameni. They lose Benzema, well, in comes Giroud, who's been doing really well, actually, scoring for fun. So they lose someone, and then they just bring in a replacement. I mean, all I will say is if they then get any more injuries, I think we do then start getting to some, the squad starts to get a bit more thin. But I mean, like, apparently they've lost Benzema, so they're just going to go and get Anthony Martial. Do you know what I mean? Like, some of the talent they've got in reserve, the squad depth, means that they remain, I mean, more than competitive. No, there's no easy route. Easier. I mean, I'd rather face a France without Benzema, for example. So easier. But I think from England's point of view, don't focus on it. We'll worry about us. Right, here's Seth. Let's see what's it's a fun background, isn't it? I like the background. I don't quite know what the background is, but it's lots of like color. Got a bit of green, a bit of what is it? Got some interesting lights. Purple and green. It looks really cool. I really like the background. Looks like soundproofing, doesn't it? It's like it's in a soundproof room. You can't tame a wild Bobby Lashley. I've got a PhD in getting back up, says Seth. Theory has lost everything, and he might be more dangerous than ever. Austin Theory is the stupidest person on planet Earth for what he tried to do to me last week. Theory wanted to make a name off of my name. If you want proof, pick up your cell phone and call Cody. Let me know what he says. It's going to be a war. I must have missed this announcement. Maybe it passed me by, but are we getting Seth versus Bobby versus Austin Theory? Yeah, Seth seemed saying that. I must have missed that. Have a look at the Survivor Series card. I might have missed something else. Seth versus Bobby versus Theory, triple threat for the United States Championship. AJ versus Finn in a singles match. Yes, I knew that. Ronda versus Shotzi. I knew that. Bloodline versus Brawling Brutes. I knew that. And obviously the women's one. So 5 matches for Survivor Series. His theory. You don't understand me. No one understands me. I'm a new man. After Survivor Series, this entire business will know what time it is. I know you're watching, Bobby. Seth, I know you're watching. Good. Very close. Look how close we are to his face. Austin Theory, very, very focused. Very tight camera work as well. Camera was getting closer and closer as he was doing that promo. So it was the cinematography of it was making it more intense just from the camera work. Right, Mustafa Ali, poor guy, getting in the ring with his injured ribs. Right, we are an hour into this show. A-Town down. Here is Austin Theory. No more selfies, of course. Austin Theory against Mustafa Ali. No longer Austin Theory. His Austin Serious now, said Dark Angel. Solid promo from Austin, said Ricky. Ali is a jobber, said Zoom Station. Okay, we've got Ali in the ring. Theory making his way down. A-Town down. I wonder if we need to change his entrance and his music and everything. I don't know. Maybe we need something a bit more serious. I don't know. Okay. Theory in the ring with Mustafa Ali, and he picks up Ali, drives him back to the corner, starts throwing in some shoulder tackles. Clubbing blows, hurls Ali across the ring. Do you watch Impact? No, sadly not. Back elbow by Mustafa Ali. Beard suits him way better, says Hanson. Theory went from Cena to Randy, says A1. That's why they're trying to build Austin up. Can I watch Raw on the network, says Toxicity. Not live. It goes on about 3 weeks after, so it's always about 3 weeks delayed. USA Network pay a lot of money to have exclusive rights to it. Oh, backbreaker. Backbreaker there by Austin Theory, going for the pin on Mustafa Ali, but shoulder up. AWC Legend said he does need a new theme as soon as possible. Yeah, I agree. I think he needs something new. I think he could do with something a bit more epic in scope. Something that feels a bit bigger than A-Town down, blah, 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 blah. A-Town down, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he could definitely do with, like, I hear voices in my head. You think you know me? Like something that, like, as soon as it hits, you go, oh, here we go. Tell you what we need to get Jim Johnston in. That's what we need to do. We need to get Jim Johnston in. He'll sort it out. Wrestle with Andy said Theory is growing out the goatee, which is such a good move. Tell you what, there's a couple of masked people around, isn't there? There was a woman that just popped on a Fiend mask. She was sat in the front row, but she has now taken it off. And there was also someone else in the background that's got a weird sort of mask. Looks like someone from Insane Clown Posse. I think it's just a member of the crowd, but it does kind of stick out. Mustafa Ali driven into the side of the ring, into the barricades. Strikes coming in here by Mustafa Ali. Down goes Theory. Mustafa Ali. 1, 2 with a pin. Shoulder up. Mitchell, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Just some hot takes from me. Mitchell's hot takes. I'd love to try your hot takes, Mitchell. Theory needs to stop talking with his eyebrows. Hello, everybody. My name is Austin Theory. A-Town down. A-Town down. A-Town down. A-Town down. A-Town down. I don't know. I think you should do more of it, to be honest. Imagine if Theory's promos for him going, Seth, I'm coming for you. You can't hide, Seth. Bobby, I know you're watching. Seth, I know you're watching. That would be terrifying. Seth, I'm coming for you. Nah, he needs to do more of that. What the heck is going on with Johnny Gargano? He's an afterthought now. The Miz storyline needs to stop. It's awful. I came to play. Awful. I agree with a lot of those points. Excellent work. Halftime scores, said Chris. Not yet, Chris. Silly Billy. This isn't a 2-hour show. This is a 3-hour banquet. That's what we've got. So we're not at the halfway point yet. Wow. Lovely work. Planting Theory down there by Ali. Now he's going back up top. Here's Ali, Mustafa Ali. Oh, splash. Lovely work. Yeah, that was a bit silly. He connected with that 450 and then realized that he's hurt his ribs. So he does this 450 in the air, lands it, and then goes, oh my God, that was a bad idea. Starts rolling around. Yeah. Boom. Lovely 450, and then goes, oh my God. File that under bad idea. So yeah, Mitchell, shout out to you. I think you've ruined Austin Theory for me now, Mitchell, because I can't say I noticed that he was talking with his eyebrows, but I think literally everyone right now, next time Theory talks, is going to be looking at his eyebrows. So well done for ruining one of the hottest up-and-comers. Blood coming out of the forehead of Austin Theory, who managed to land an A-Town down. Theory beats Ali A-Town down. A-Town down. A-Town down. His bibs. His bibs. You want my attention? You've got my attention. Let's get serious. Bibbs wants to get serious. Let's give these people a preview right now. Bibbs is on his way. Bobby Chance, and we go to commercial break. So Bibbs is on his way out. Let's give these people of Albany a taste of Survivor Series right now. Mitchell said, love you. Give us one of your hot takes. Cheeky. Hot take. Daisy's hot take. I wish there was a women's mid-card belt. Daisy's hot takes. And to be honest, I'm not even that bothered if there's a women's mid-card belt. But I think there's a lot of women that don't get like used in TV time because we just don't have anything for them. And I think that would give us something. But if you look at how badly the women's tag titles get booked, I don't think I'd have much confidence that they would book a women's mid-card belt very well. We've had this conversation before. Like, I feel like they made a decision of, do we have a mid-card belt or do we have women's tag titles? And they went with women's tag titles, and then they just haven't really booked them very well. So, God, could we have any confidence? I think I'm going back on my own hot take here. Hang on, Daisy's hot take. Daisy's hot take is, I'd like a women's mid-card belt, and I want it to be booked well. Daisy's hot take. That's what I would like. There we go. Boom. I should have done that in an Austin Theory style, shouldn't I? Always next time. I've got a feeling that there will be a women's mid-card title soon. Yeah, I mean, I really wouldn't mind one. I just don't have any confidence it'll be booked well. I just don't have any confidence at all. I mean, what I can see it being is Dana Brooke against flipping Tamina or something like this. Dragon Slayer said, what happened in the first hour of Raw? I fell asleep after the USA game. Wow. Jesus, we've had The Rock. He came out. He's challenged Roman for next year's WrestleMania. We had a message from Stone Cold wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and he sort of hinted that we were going to see him again. That was massive. Then there's like a mystery person versus mystery person main event that's been booked, and we don't know who that is. But Triple H backstage was making out that was going to be a massive deal. So, honestly, I would say of all the hours to miss, this first hour was definitely the worst one you could have missed this year. It was stacked. Absolutely stacked. So, but at least you're brought up to speed now. So go and tell your friends and your neighbours. That's definitely what's happening. Here's my hot take. Bring back the 24/7 belts. How do I time people out again? How do I time people out? I might go just straight ban, actually. Hawkins. What's this? Hawkins Jr. Hide user on this channel. There we go. done? Not really. Big Show beat Amos in a cage match. Austin Theory is not the next John Cena. He's a very naughty boy. Right, we've got Austin Theory in the ring. Tomorrow night, Wesley. Carmelo Hayes. Mitchell said, don't forget that Elon Musk challenged Twitter employees to a last man standing match. Last man standing, it feels that way. Last man standing match. Very good. Right, here's Bibbs. Yeah, it feels that way, the way that he's whittling down that workforce. I guess we've got the new Theory. Theory hasn't gone anywhere. If you think you're going to stand in the way of me getting that United States Championship, kid, you are out of your mind. I couldn't get the job done. Everyone knows I would be the United States champion if it wasn't for you. Yeah, but you could have been a world champion, couldn't you? I remember Brock Lesnar kicked your ass, says Theory. And then Seth Rollins beat you. Once again, Bobby Lashley couldn't get the job done. That kid is dead and gone. That kid is dead and gone. This is such a different Austin Theory. There's no run in here. Bobby said, I don't think you're going to walk out of tonight. Well, look, they're going at it. Look, Austin Theory unloading on Bobby. Bobby picking up Theory, driving him back to the corner. Big shots by Bobby. Bobby has got Theory backed into the corner. Big suplex, hurling Theory across the ring. Theory goes out of the ring. Bobby going out after him. Into the barricade. Big shots here by Bobby. Picks up Theory. Is going to look to drive him into that ring post. Theory reverses, but Bobby is able to stop himself from going into the ring post. Into the timekeeper's area goes Austin Theory. Theory grabs a hold of a chair. Boom! Right into the ribs. That was nice. Chair shot across the back. That just winds Bobby up. Bobby looking very serious. Stares at Theory. Theory runs. Theory runs. Theory runs and Bobby is chasing after him. And there we go. Theory goes backstage. Bobby goes backstage as well. There's Theory. He grabs Mustafa Ali, hurls him into Bobby, runs away again. Ali pushing Bobby. Bobby grabbing a hold of Ali. God, this is a bit Now Ali's being beaten up. Did Bobby forget what he was doing? He went backstage to beat up on Theory. He's now chucking Ali into the screen. Poor Ali. But Ali's just getting beaten up by everyone at the moment, man. I mean, what's going on? Now the Hurt Lock is applied. So Theory chucks Ali into Bobby. And now Bobby Hurt Locks Ali. Poor Ali. Roadrunner Theory. Bum bum bum. This is just Ali's career in a nutshell, said Jake. Yeah. How do we go from Ali? How do we go from Theory and Bobby Lashley, and we end up with Mustafa Ali, who was backstage? He's the one that ends up getting hurt, locked, and humiliated. Like, he wasn't even part of this segment. Man, this guy, he cannot get a break, can he? Cannot get a break. He's got his ribs bandaged. He's losing matches. He's being choked out. Jeez. Ricochet and Ali should be a tag team, said James. Darcy said a good promo is so important when establishing a character. I am rooting for Theory. The original oranges from Southeast Asia were a tangerine pomelo hybrid, and they were actually green. There we go. Fun fact for all of you Orange fans. Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath. He is providing the music for or the official theme for Survivor Series. Right, we are at commercial break. We are nearly at the halfway point, but not yet. Not yet. We've got another 13 minutes, and then it will be time for the halftime scores. Ali will be out into a fatal 4, says Liam. Did your fantasy team score any good points, said Minu? No. But in all fairness, I only had a couple of players playing, but they let me down, so I've already had to turn to my bench, which is earlier than I wanted, to be honest. But hey-ho. Poor Ali, he is getting buried. Also, why is Kevin Patrick's commentary style basically him reaching for another breath? Yeah, I don't think people have been impressed with Kevin Patrick on commentary. I don't quite know why they decided that was the right way forwards. Like, surely they tried him out, and they decided that that wasn't the right way to go. Yeah, I don't know. Feel like we do need to make a change there. Yeah, Mitchell, I agree. Hot take. Mitchell's hot takes. This whole chat can hug each other, says LD Cool. That would be nice. That would be nice. We need a little bit of that this holiday season. Frozen 2, Nightmare Before Christmas, Paddington 2, Paddington, Simpsons, Dropout, Home Alone, Hawkeye, the something, Mike, Santa Clauses, Save Our Squad, Olaf's Frozen Adventure, Home Alone 2. This is Christmas. Disney Plus. Disney Plus. Watch it or don't bother. I would rather have a Klondike than watch Ali, says Larry. Hug it out. Hug it out. Hug it out. Go on, guys. Hug it out. If in doubt, hug it out. Home Alone 2 is my favorite Christmas movie. Mitchell's hot takes. Sunny in the chat brings so much chaos with her. Here is the progressive lady. Fit. right. Yes. That's my dream woman. A lot of people are like, who do you simp for? Do you simp for Liv? Do you simp for Sasha? And my answer is no. I simp for the progressive lady. Yeah. Group hug, says Lewis. Disney. Stupid Mickey Mouse. What? No National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, says Leo. Shush. Shush, please. Wow, I don't believe it's on Disney. Shush. Right, Alpha Academy. Time for our weekly Alpha Academy segment. Thank you. Right. I wish Alpha Academy were more like the Acclaimed, where I was like actually excited to see them. Shush. Shush. Shush, please. Right, Alpha Academy making their way down to the ring. Who are they taking on? Who are they taking on? Her name is Flo. Get it right. She is the progressive queen. Her name's Flo. I didn't know that. What a pretty name. Flo. I'd like to ride her. Flo Rider. Right, here's Elias. Is this going to be Elias and Riddle? Ridias? Elidal. Elidal. Alpha Academy against the Lidl. You're a simp for Thea Hale. Don't try and hide it. I am a simp for Thea Hale. I don't simp. It's not like I find her like attractive. I just love her energy. I'm a simp for her energy. I'm a simp for her when she's on screen and like, you know, the excitement that she brings. But like, I think she's seeing like that Nathan Frazier. I don't go to bed like cursing his name. I'm not like, God, I'm not sending him like hate tweets and all this kind of stuff. You leave my girl alone. I don't feel that way. But I do about the progressive lady. Better not touch her. Imagine if Triple H brought back Ico Pro. Yes. That would be the best. That would be the best. She must be good in bed, said Jonathan. Who? The progressive lady. Sure. Yeah. I bet she is. I've got no reason to doubt that she wouldn't be. Right, we are underway with Alpha Academy against Elidal. But no bongos, thank God, said Adam. That's a good shout, yes. Tonight's show has been quite dry, says Scott. Yeah, well, it's a go home, innit? It's a go home, so I don't know we can expect fireworks on a go home. I must admit, I forgot it was a go home until I think it was Hayden mentioned it earlier on one of the World Cup streams. And then I was like, oh. Doesn't matter. I'm sure there'll be something. I mean, if anything, we've got Rhea against Asuka. I hope that's clean. I hope that's a clean match. Big back body drop. This is quite the step down from Randy Orton, isn't it, for Riddle? This is RK no. RK no. This isn't a good idea. But it's a wonderful life, says Jeffrey. What's your favorite Christmas movie? We spoke about this the other day. I said it used to be Elf, but it's not anymore. And then National Lampoon got a big thumbs up from me, but then so did Jingle All the Way. I do enjoy that film as well. That's pretty fun. I think if I was to watch it again now, I'd probably be like, yeah, I've seen this. I don't know why. I find that Christmas movies, I think probably all movies actually, I watch them. I can't really watch them loads. Like I tend to watch like Home Alone. I've seen so many times that I just don't like it now. And like I think the same happened with Elf. But like Jingle All the Way, I've seen it a couple of times, and it was probably a good 10 years apart. And so I've enjoyed it both times I've seen it. I could probably watch it again now, and I'd enjoy it. But like, oh God, I'm not the kind of person that can watch the same film every year. I know there are people that will watch, say, Home Alone every year, and it's a tradition. Or they'll watch National Vacation, Lampoon thing, Christmas Vacation, and it's a tradition. I couldn't do that. After about 1 year, I'd be out. I'd be bored. It wouldn't work for me. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't really got one. If I had a gun to my head, I'll go National Lampoon Christmas Vacation, which, to be honest, I haven't seen in quite a while. So I would be totally down for watching that. I might watch that this year. I do try to watch at least one Christmas film each year. Last year was Deck the Halls because it was on TV. It was really weird actually because I can't remember if I just finished a stream, but I remember it being really late. And I went upstairs and I was having something to eat. I put the TV on and a film started, and you could tell it was a Christmas film. You can normally tell Christmas films from the start. You know, there's some bells playing, a bit of snow or something, like, and you get the idea. So I was like, what's this going to be? And I was looking, I was like, I don't know what this is. And then it came up, Deck the Halls, and I was like, I know this film, but I've never seen it. So I started watching it, and it was all right. It wasn't amazing, but it was all right. I ended up watching it all, and that was my Christmas film last year. I didn't watch any other Christmas film. So I need to try and find a Christmas film to watch this year. One that I've not seen. But if not, I'll probably end up watching National Lampoon. But is there a new one out or something? Maybe there was one out last year that I've not seen that I could watch this year or something. Maybe what I should do is let's have a look at the top Christmas films. I've got a feeling I've probably seen the top ones, though. Top 10 Christmas films. Let's have a look. We might get some inspiration here. These are the 20 best Christmas movies ever. I didn't want 20, but okay. The Santa Claus, that is amazing. Gremlins, Christmas Vacation at number 18. Scrooged, Die Hard at 16. Miracle on 34th Street at 15. White Christmas, Nightmare Before Christmas, Trading Places. That's a great film, actually. It says, all right, this one might not technically be a Christmas film, but we do get Dan Aykroyd in a Santa suit. Yeah, that's a great film. Trading Places is brilliant. It's not really a Christmas film, though, is it? Home Alone, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Year Without Santa Claus. I've never seen that. From 1974. Forget that. Muppet Christmas Carol, Bad Santa, Love Actually at 6, How the Grinch Stole Christmas from 1966, The Elf movie at 4, Charlie Brown Christmas from 1965, Christmas Story at number 2, and It's a Wonderful Life at number 1 from 1946. The number 1 Christmas film is like 70 years old. No film, according to this list, which is it EW? What's that? Explore Entertainment. I ain't got a clue what that is anyway, but that is the best Christmas movie, apparently. Bum, 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 bum. Esquire, let's have a look, see what Esquire say. The 60 best Christmas movies. Jesus, I could definitely find one on that list I've not seen. The 60 best. We are back to the action, by the way. What's number 1? It's a Wonderful Life. Number 1 again. Oh my God. It's a Wonderful Life at 1. Christmas Vacation Lampoon at 2. Christmas Story at 3. I've never seen White Christmas and I don't want to. That's at 4. Home Alone, Scrooged, Miracle on 34th Street, Bad Santa, Christmas Carol, Muppets Christmas Carol. The Apartment. Never heard of it. 1960. Elf. Charlie Brown Christmas. Rudolph the Red-Nosed. Meet Me in St. Louis. Or St. Louis. Best Man Holiday. What's that? From 1999. The Best Man Holiday. Resembles the... from 2013. They reunite after 15 years for Christmas. Little Women. Black Christmas. A slasher movie from 1974. I don't know. Maybe there's something in here I could find. Nothing's really jumping out, though. Polar Express, Carol, The Santa Claus, Edward Scissorhands, Silent Night, Deadly Night, The Family Stone, Deck the Halls at 37, A Very Merry Christmas, Mixed Nuts, German Suplex on the Edge of the Ring, Prancer, Jingle All the Way, Love Actually, The Holiday, Anna and the Apocalypse. Happy Christmas. We're going to a commercial break again. Jeez, we only just came back. That's halftime scores, everybody. It's the halftime scores. Are you happy? It's the halftime scores. I really want to know your halftime scores, everybody. It's the halftime scores. Are you happy? It's the halftime scores. Why don't you let it show? Your halftime scores. Everybody, it's the halftime scores. Are you happy? It's the halftime scores. I really want to know. Wanna know. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. That's right, I sung it and I don't know why. I think I was lost in a world of festive cheer. And I got distracted and I ended up singing it. I didn't sing it very well in all fairness, but you're lucky to get that. Mitchell said, please do one Christmas movie watch along for fun, even if it's members. Just pick one for fun. We did do one a couple of years ago for Elf, actually. So let's get through the World Cup first before we make any commitments, because honestly, by the time the World Cup's over, I might not even know what my name is. So the idea of doing any more streams could be the most unappealing thing in the world. But yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. I keep spotting more and more Christmas movies every time I look. I see a new one. We've actually got quite a few over here, which I didn't even know we had. 6, 5, 5, 4.2, 8 crazy nights, says Jamie. 5.5 said Legend Killer. John said 4.2. Funny Farm said William. You said this the other day, but I know there's going to be Willies in it. Love Elf, says LSW. He loves you as well. 7, 6. Jamie said 7. Trey said 5.5. There's a new Santa Claus that's on Disney. It's 2 episodes where he wants to retire. I mean, I love the first one. I can't remember the second and the third ones, but they are really good. They are really good films. Gotta give them its flowers. So that's exciting. I might watch that. 6256. Nutmeg isn't just used in filled. It can be a hallucinogenic if consumed in large doses. Harold and Kumar Christmas. That was on that list just, actually. That was on that list. Dragon Slayer says 9. Funky Fresh says Naked Midian out of 10. Chris Brown said Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. William said Frosty the Pervert. I'd imagine that's your nickname around the neighborhood, isn't it? I want to look. I'm going to search Funny Farm. Because you have banged on about that before. Funny Farm film. Actually, this looks all right. 1988 comedy drama. Chevy Chase film. I like Chevy Chase. Actually, that might not be the worst recommendation that you've ever given. Although Metacritic have only given it 50%. Rotten Tomatoes, Rotten Potatoes, they've given it 62%. So not brilliant. That looked really close to 3, didn't it? Did he actually count 3 there? I want to have a look at a replay of this. Was it a 3? Corey Graves said it doesn't get any closer. What he might actually mean is that it was a 3. I want to have a look at this. I want to look at this. So we are underway with Alpha Academy against the Lidl. Let's have a look at this potential 3. 1, 2. Oh God, no! It's not a 3, but it is damn close. Yeah. That was so close. I thought it was a 3. That was close. 1, 2. Oh my God. That is so close. That is amazing. 1, 2. It sort of feels like the ref. 1, 2. Went a little further so that he didn't hit the 3. 1, 2. That was really close, man. That was cool. That was cool. 2.9999999999999. James, I've never watched Deck the Halls, but I am going to watch it this year. I thought it was all right. It was an easy watch. I think if you're going to go in with any sort of like, do you know what I mean? If you're like a film buff, forget about it. But if you're just someone that wants that kind of Christmas cheer, like, you know, Christmas movie feel, I think it does its job. Take over there by Gable in the corner. Big boot by Gable. In comes Otis. He's got Elias and plants him down. Scorpion death drop. Up top goes Gable. Flying headbutt by Gable. Otis trying to make the cover. Riddle comes in. Broton by Riddle. Riddle with Otis. Otis hurling Riddle out of the ring. Otis going over to the other side. Looks like he's going to make a tag of Gable. If you can find it, you should watch Santa with Muscles. It's a terrible film that stars Hulk. Do you know, I've never seen it, but I have heard of it. I don't know, I've never seen it. The other one is Paige was in one, wasn't she? Santa's Little Helper. That's another one that I think was it Miz and Paige. Santa with Muscles. I feel like I must have seen this when I was young. I can't imagine for the life of me not ever seeing this film. But I couldn't tell you what happens in it. I honestly cannot tell you anything about this movie, but it must have come out when I was young and I was into wrestling. I can't imagine how I never saw this. He knows if you've been bad or good. Hulk Hogan is Santa with Muscles. 3 count, boom. Mitchell said, do a tournament of poll of Christmas movies. Let us vote for each round on Twitter or YouTube, and then the winner, you do a watch-along. I mean, you are aware that the World Cup is on at the moment, aren't you? You are aware of what is happening right now. A tournament of Christmas movies. I mean, does it sound fun? Sure. But is it something that we're going to be able to fit in? I don't know. I don't know. You're setting a high bar there, and it's a high bar that I really feel that we might struggle to reach. Eliadol picking up the win. It's a win. It's a win for Eliadol. They're celebrating here. Bro. Right, we're backstage with Corbin and JBL again. We saw this last week, and Akira Tozawa took their money. The only thing worse than living in Albany, New York would be to die in Albany, New York. Here's Drew. How's Scotland doing in the World Cup? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so I'm only in town for one night. One time, for old time's sake. Corbin stands up. Corbin said, I think we can settle this right here, right now. I respect my elders, but I don't respect you. He punches... He punches the wrestling gods. Drew has punched the wrestling god right in the mouth. Boom. The biggest leap forward the series has ever seen. Stunning presentation. WWE 2K22. Bursting at the seams with content. A must-buy for your collection. Best wrestling game of all time. Don't you dare try to disagree. WWE 2K22. Buy it. Buy it now. Please buy it. We spent so much money making it. Buy it. Day's best Christmas movie is Krampus. I had a bit of Krampus earlier after those streams. I had a bit of Krampus. That's a horror one, isn't it? That's a horror one. No, Jim. Why? Says Austin. I tell you, it's not Jim you want to be upset with, Austin. It is Drew McIntyre because he just punched your boy in the face. Drew punches the wrestling god. Boom. Edward says, how are you doing tonight? I am doing well. How are you doing tonight, Edward? How are you? Hope you're well. James said, it's so obvious that Cody Rhodes or Bray will be on the cover of 2K23. Yes. That'd be kind of interesting, actually. Like Bray being in the game. I wonder what you get. Do you think they'll put the Funhouse stuff in? And the Fiend? And the puppets? Or, like... I mean, right now, they don't... You'd put Bray in, but what are you putting in? I mean, I feel like you'd put in Bray and the Fiend. I feel like you put the Fiend in. But, I mean, do you put in Uncle Howdy? Could you wrestle as Uncle Howdy? We haven't seen Uncle Howdy wrestle. That must be... these conversations must be going on behind the scenes, I would imagine. I mean, like, they need to know, don't they? Like, is Uncle Howdy going to wrestle? And if so, can we get a scan of Uncle Howdy so that people can play him in the game? But... equally, do WWE want to let people know their future plans. Like, you can't really afford to because it'll leak out, won't it? If they tell people at 2K that Uncle Howdy is going to be a wrestler and, you know, they can scan him and everything, I mean, that'll leak. That'll get out. That'll get out. Yeah, I don't know. But I can only imagine we'll get normal Bray and Fiend Bray and maybe Funhouse Bray. Maybe Cult Leader Bray. Perhaps get all the Brays. And Husky. You get all the Brays and Husky. It would be kind of cool if there was like the Funhouse in the game though, because I don't think has the Funhouse been in the game before? Could you wrestle in the Funhouse before? Has that ever been an option? I don't know. I'd have to think it's probably been an option in like 2K20. Uncle Howdy is Keith Lee. I think Sasha shows up and the reveal on Saturday. 2K22, the only mode we care about is my faction. The least popular mode in the game. Buy it. Buy it. The only mode that we care about is my faction, and it's the least popular modes. Someone's got quite the necklace on. War Games. We're back from commercial break, yes. I think there was a 2K20 storyline with My Rise where the Funhouse was used, said SD Films. That's interesting. Maybe this time, then, you can have it as an actual arena type, you know, rather than it just being in My Rise. Right, we've got a little video package looking at War Games. So, for those that didn't see it down in NXT. Days, will you make a Survivor Series prediction video? I've got that loosely penciled in for Thursday. 2K23 should be my ass with lipstick looking like a cheeseburger, says William. Well, I would buy a copy. Definitely. War Games, says Butch. War Games. This is kind of fun. I love this presentation. There's a little backstage promo, and they're getting Kevin Owens to talk. They're getting Sheamus to talk. They're getting Drew to talk, and they've put like some chain link fencing in front of them. So they're cutting like backstage promos, just in like with a black background, but they've got the cage in front. And they're like, this Saturday we're going to war. Games. DUI offenders in Ohio are issued yellow license plates to help police identify them whilst they're on the road. That's a good idea, isn't it? But also, it really opens up to discrimination. But then saying that, if you have been done with a DUI, I mean, that's just part of the punishment, I suppose. As long as it's not forever, do you know what I mean? I sort of feel like it should be, say, 6 months or something, and then you get to go back to normal. Ronda, again, okay, we're just running down the card. So Ronda against Shotzi. Satan laughing, spreading his wings. Oh, Lord, child. Days Full Gear was awesome, said Marais X. I thought he got him on Christmas. Friday the 13th TV show, says Brandon. There's a new Christmas movie called Violent Night, says Larry. Oh, Larry, I want to have some joy in my life. I mean, Violent Night just sounds, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it certainly doesn't sound like a comedy. I want something that's going to bring a bit of joy in my life. Right, here we go. We're going to our next match, and our next match looks like it's going to be Drew versus the wrestling god. Because JBL making his way out. Look at that little jig. Travis said Full Gear was a horrible outlaw mud show. Days, is it awkward for Tony when he comes to media scrums? Some wrestlers like Soraya and Acclaim like the Tony hugs, but Jamie Hayter and Jungle Boy like a firm handshake. Is it awkward for Tony? I don't think it's awkward for Tony. I feel like, well, sometimes like he might go for a hug and they like turn him down, but I mean, I think Tony just needs to like learn some personal boundaries, really. Not everyone wants you not to be hugging them. So what I would say to Tony is like, go with a handshake for everyone. And if someone's being really like open and like, you know, Tony, how you do? And they're like, you know, you can tell that they are susceptible to a hug. A hug feels like it's in the neighborhood. Like it doesn't feel like out of the realms of possibility. Then do you know what, Tony? Go for it. If they shake your hand with enthusiasm, and when they see you, they're like, Tony, how you doing? They already gesture for that hug. Then go for it, Tony. But I don't think go for the hug like as the first port of call. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know that it's awkward for him. I just think he needs to learn some very simple life lessons. You know, the kind of lessons we learn when we're 5. Yeah, like he's just missed out on a few of those lessons. And I don't know why. Tonight only, save up to 30% off. Come on. WWE Shop. Mitchell says, please do... Oh, hang on, I read that one. Please do a Christmas... I thought you'd put the same message in again. I'm not letting this go, Days. Please do a Christmas watch-along. I need to watch Santa's Little Helper. Can we have a Christmas movie about kids waking up Christmas morning and getting nothing under the tree? Oh man, I'd watch that. Imagine a documentary of parents filming their kids getting up, or just a compilation, a YouTube comp of kids getting up. I wonder if it exists. Kids getting up, getting down, all excited downstairs, and there's nothing there. There's one lump of coal. And that's it. And the parents are like, so sorry. And the kids would be devastated. And then, of course, eventually you bring in the presents. But I'd love to see a compilation of that. Yes. Parents, you know what to do this Christmas. You know what to do. If I had kids, I'd do that. What is your 3 favorite movies and 3 songs to watch? You can't watch songs, silly. Well, I suppose you can if they've got music videos. I don't know. I mean, like the first movie that always comes to mind is Senna, which is a documentary about a Formula 1 racer. But you don't need to be into racing to enjoy it. It is just an amazing film. That film, it's amazing. If you get a chance to watch Senna, watch Senna. It's amazing. You don't need to like Formula 1 or racing. It's not really about that. It's about the man and what he meant to Brazil. It's amazing. Raw is frustratingly mid again. Storylines are really lacking, said JB Production. I remember that Poland immediately said that Russia had launched a missile and then it went quiet, says AEW fan. That turned out to come from Ukraine, didn't it, I think? So that's probably why it went quiet. They were probably like, it was Russia. And then, like, NATO found out it was Ukraine. And Poland were like, doesn't matter. Never mind. Point is, whoever is responsible should own up, says AEW fan. Those conversations are probably happening, though, behind closed doors, I would imagine. Because, you know, there was some Polish people that sadly passed away, didn't they? So I would imagine that there's conversations being had. It's just clearly not playing out in public like it would if it was Russia that would have been behind it. Because I don't know about you, but I'm sort of grateful that it wasn't Russia that was behind it, because God only knows where we'd be headed. Can't wait for Argentina versus Saudi Arabia in 7 hours, says Harry. Chris said, I like watching movies like The Shining because snow feels like Christmas. That's good. That's a good way to look at it. Right, guys, we are knocking on the door of the final hour. 1 hour left to go of this Go Home Raw. Dun, dun, dun. Here is Drew McIntyre. Who's your favorite WWE superstar? I like the progressive lady. She's called Matchflow. I'm a fan of her. Is she a superstar? I don't know, but she's on Raw. I see her on Raw every week. AEW fan said, will the Crown Prince sell Argentina some oil during the game? Yes. Easy said, what is your favorite top 3 movies and top 3 songs to watch? You can't watch songs. Silly. Unless they're music videos, of course. But I don't know that is what you are hinting towards. So until the wording of that is changed, I'm going to keep saying that same joke. Die Hard said Johnny. Same to you. Big Time Back said it was obviously Zelensky wants NATO to back him up to fight Russia, but it's dangerous territories. I don't know, to be honest. I feel like it was. I don't think the Ukraine fired. I don't want to think that the Ukraine fired a weapon into Poland to make out that it was Russia. I think it was probably a mistake. You know what it's like, guys. You've got one of them missile launchers. You press the button and you're like, why is it not worked? And it ends up going backwards rather than forwards. And you're like, oh my God, I was holding it the wrong way round. Come on, that happens. I've seen films where that happens. I've never seen a film where that's happened. But it's probably happened in a film. Sounds like something that would happen in like Monty Python. If they had a modern film. But they don't, so. In order for Days to have kids, he needs to have intercourse, says Austin. I love it when we've got community members teaching other community members how life works. Right, guys, get your notepad because Austin's filling us in on the birds and the bees here. What was that? Intercourse, you say? Intercourse. And what is that when it's at home? Retribution said, have you got kids but just not discovered them yet? I've got kids, but they've not discovered me yet, so big difference. You missed that last super chat. It's just to show these super chats have been a holiday gift tonight. Is it you pleading again for us to do a Christmas movie tournament? Because my mind might have blocked it out. Mitchell said it's Thanksgiving week this week. I have sent through some extra chats tonight. I know, and you don't need to, dude. Just to pass on some thanks. Always fun. Love you. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I really appreciate it, Mitchell. But you shouldn't do it, dude. You do it too much. You do it all the time. But my love can be bought, so it is working in all fairness. So much love to you. I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving. And same to everyone else as well. And I'm sure people will. It's a weird one, Thanksgiving, isn't it? It's like eating turkey. I don't think there's presents involved. That sort of makes it a holiday that I just, to be honest, wouldn't care about. I'm surprised it's such a big deal because I don't think there's presents involved. If there are presents involved, then I totally get it. I totally get it. But I'm sure we've had this conversation before and people have said, nah, it's really just like a meal and the family come round. Which I mean just sounds awful, to be honest. But, you know, each to their own. Each to their own. Easy99 said, what's your top 3 movies to watch and top 3 song to hear? What's that mean? What's top 3? Do you mean songs? Top 3 song? What? Do you mean the same song? How does that work? How can you have a top 3 song? How can you listen to the same song 3 times? I don't understand. Easy. I don't know. I don't understand what you mean, but top 3 song. I mean, song is just singular. You can't have a top 3 unless you have the same song 3 times. I don't know what you mean. Easy99, shout out to you. Who do you think's going to win the World Cup? Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman. Feel pretty good about it. As a Brit living in the States for the past 25 years, Thanksgiving is awesome, says Ian. Yes, but Ian, are there presents? That's the bigger question. Are there presents? Imagine if Mr. Beast as undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Wow. All my dreams would come true. Nowadays is worried about grammar, said El Sean. Listen, grammar's important, yeah? Easy99 said 3 song you would like to hear and 3 movie you would like to watch. What do you mean? I can't... What do you mean? 3 song? Song is singular. 1 song is a song. So what do you mean by 3 song? I don't know what that means. 3 movie. What does that mean? Movie is singular. 3 movie. What's this? Well, I don't know what we're doing. I'm not trying to get you to constantly rewrite the messages. I just can't figure out what you're saying. I don't know what you mean. I can't answer a question that I don't understand. 3 song, 3 movie. What is this? What is this world that we live in? You're getting close. You're getting close. I feel like we're on the verge of understanding what you're asking here. Easy99. You're getting close. Kevin Owens should dress up as Santa Claus. Iconic Shadow said 3 people called Song that he likes to talk to. 3... I really like Song Yadong. Song Yadong in the UFC would be one. Is this what we mean? Is this the question? 3 people I like to listen to called Song. I mean, it's going to be tricky because I don't know if I know 3 people that have got the name Song. Song Yadong is the first that comes to mind. I feel like there was a football player that was called Song as well. Song. So why is that name not coming to mind? There is a football player that starts with Song. Song Min. Song. The Thong Song. The Thong Song. The Thong Song. That's what I was thinking of. Yes. Song Yadong, then the Thong Song. That thong, the thong, thong, thong. Yes, we're getting there. Alex Song. Boom. Yes. Done. Well done, everyone. We've answered the question. So, Easy99, to answer your question, 3 songs that I like to listen to. I like to listen to Alex Song, Song Yadong, and the Thong Song. Done. Thanks, chat. I love that Daisy's caring about grammar. It's so important because there's a lot of youngsters that join us, and I think it's really important that we prioritize grammar. This isn't just a watch along; it's an education. Weren't you telling people about intercourse earlier? I think you was shouting about intercourse. Typical Austin. So yeah, honestly, you can learn so much from these streams. I hope everyone's taking notes. Kick out by Corbin, by the way. We are underway with this match. Glenda left with Daisy's kids. Yep. All of them. Nice and warm in the lake. Against the ropes goes Corbin. Drew, duck underneath. Crossbody gets caught by Corbin. Planted down. Easy99 said Ding Dong Song. Rigobert Song. JBL should try Skinny Fit trousers. It's a lot of material that he sports, isn't it? Big clothesline by Corbin. Both guys are down at the moment. Both guys are down as we go to commercial break. 55 minutes to go. Redemption song tune. Days and Austin have got kids, according to Sean Ross Sapp. There's a reason why he knows. Jaden said, I thought we were building Corden. Why is he facing Drew? He's going to bury Drew. He's going to bury Drew. He's going to beat Drew. It's going to be a massive win for him. Then he's going to go on to beat Roman Reigns. My cousin is asking, what does intercourse? Animals, people. Any brief decryption? What's going on with the grammar today? How am I meant to understand this? What does intercourse? What's brief decryption? Are people tired out there? What's going on? Has the show put people to sleep or something? Have your fingers gone numb? Brief decryption? Being asked to decrypt intercourse? Days, as a kid, I used to think intercourse was a course at school. Yeah, when you've got your options, I'll do geography and can I do the intercourse? Is it possible for me to do intercourse? Miss, I'd like to do geography. I'd like to do drama, and can you put me down for the intercourse? Sorry, what, young man? Miss, do you do the intercourse? Do you do the intercourse, miss? Or do I have to do the intercourse with Mr. Jenkins? Okay, stop talking now. Oh, man, if you was a kid, you could have great fun with that. Why don't you do a watch-along for the Argentina game? Because Argentina sucks. Because no one likes Argentina. The chat is funny tonight, says Legend Killer. Chat's always funny, Legend Killer. Although that is also not true. We are at commercial break. I feel everyone has 1 point called a teacher, mom, or dad randomly, says Iconic Shadows. I don't think they have. I think what's happened is you've done it, and I think you're trying now to drag other people in. Guys, we've all called a teacher, mom, or dad, haven't we, guys? Guys. We've at one point we have, haven't we? You know, when you're a bit tired and you're not thinking straight, and you go, "Sorry, mom," and you go, "Oh my god!" Like, we've done that, haven't we, guys? Anyone, guys? That's what's happening right now, Iconic Shadows. You are sat there going, "Guys, someone," and no one's coming to your aid. Oh my god! Some ads come to your aid. He says, "No, I agree. We have all done that." No, someone saved you. I was hoping you would drown in that. Then I was loving it. But along came Sarmad to the rescue. I used to call a hot Latino teacher Mamacita, says Larry. I bet that wasn't by accident, though, was it? Was you trying to show off by doing that? Mamacita. I mean, I would really have to go out of my way. That ain't going down well in Birmingham, let me tell you. In the Midlands of England. You ain't accidentally calling someone Mamacita. In my mind, you must have had like slicked back hair at school, and like you were like a flipping normal kids, and then in the corner you've got Razor Ramon. Mamacita. And you've got like a toothpick. Shades on. That's what I've got in my mind. Chains. Literally an 8-year-old Razor Ramon. Shots coming in. Mitchell said, Thanksgiving is special because it's about giving thanks and it involves my favorite tradition of watching the Macy's parades. God, that was nice. Oh, Mitchell, that was nice, wasn't it? It's about giving thanks and watching the Macy's parade. Oh, God. I mean, God bless you, mate. God bless you. I think I'm just a bitter old man at this stage. It would be about presents for me. Lots of presents. Loads for me. No one else. All the things I want. Me, 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 me. This match is still going on, by the way, you know. I mean, geez Louise. They are trying to build up Corbin here because they're making this very competitive back and forth. Drew's having to dig really deep. Spawn children. You've chosen to stay in that room. I can't imagine the sight would be brilliant, though, in all fairness. I mean, that's a sight that's not going to leave you. It'd be like something out of Alien. Don't need to see that. Childbirth's beautiful and everything, but don't need to see that. Boobs, says William. How would you book Ciampa's return? God, when's he coming back? I've heard he's away for so long. I mean, honestly, by the time he comes back, the landscape could be very different. So I really don't know. I mean, the obvious answer would be to have him like come back and turn on The Miz or something like that. But like, I honestly don't know what the landscape's going to look like. Apparently his injury is going to have him out for quite a long time. Corbin has got Drew up on his shoulders. He's looking to, plant him down. Samoan drop. 1, 2. Shoulder up by Drew. Shoulder up. How many kids do you have? All of you. I mean, hang on, let me look. 327. So, amazing. But in real life, none. And I think that's for the best. Because they would never see me. Could you imagine if I had kids? Where's Daddy? Streaming. Where's he now? Sleeping. What does Daddy look like? Well, you know what, Daddy. You've got the picture. He gave you a photo the other day. Well, he didn't give it you. He left it downstairs. But don't act like you don't know what Daddy looks like. Corbin in the ring, coming back out, breaking the count. Drew going into the ring post. Smurfy said 267,000 kids. Yes. Yes. Breaking news, Bray was released of his contract, says Paul. What? Paul! That is massive news. And is sure to be true. Here is JBL climbing up. Days is Batman. The background now makes sense. Oh! Deep 6 by Corbin. 1, 2. Kick out by Drew. Kick out by Drew. This match continues. What are you doing? Is having a go at the referee. Can't you count, man? Can't you count? There's a lot of spit going on between these two. JBL's trying to get Corbin to refocus. Tozawa has appeared. Tozawa jumps into the arms of JBL. What the flip is this? What is going on? What did this match not need? This. It's going to be a Claymore. There it is. Claymore by Drew. 1, 2, 3. Vince McMahon's back. Breaking news. Vince McMahon is back in WWE. He's booking Raw. Vince is back. That's the only explanation. Drew Claymores Corbin. We've got... No, they called her Mia Yim. Corey just called her Mia Yim. I think her nickname is Michin. I don't know that her real name is Michin. It's Friday. Dej, you're in deep thoughts. Oh, was there a bit of lag, was there? Was there a bit of lag? Triple H, Lag Luger is back. Lag Luger! Lag Luger! You'll have to tell me if it's not there, because I have got nothing here says there's lag. I don't have any red lights or anything. Am I still deep in thought? John said a Vince comeback. That is not what I wanted for Christmas. Guys, we've all been bad. We've all been bad. Breaking news. Where the hell are the divas? Sarmad says, yes, lag. Arif said we're back. Lag is a 12-year-old boy. You're lagging more than child maintenance payments. Why am I lagging? I've got no... There is no lag showing on the stream. Drop frames are 0. There is no problem with the stream. The stream is fine. There is no... This is not my fault. This is not my fault. This must be YouTube. This is not my fault. There are no drop frames. There are no issues with the stream. There's no connection issues. No internet issues. No computer issues. This is not my fault. Welcome back. I never went away. I never went away. Austin said there is no lag. According to the numbers, there's no lag. Breaking news, there's an ad break. Ronnie said my frame rate changed. I can't see anything wrong with the stream. Perhaps people are looking at it thinking it's lagging. Do you know what I mean? Perhaps people are thinking, this must be faulty. No one would watch this. YouTube apparently had a brief hack. Elon Musk and Twitter. Daddy issues. Why is YouTube so screwy? There's literally no lag. Okay. There's Manu Samuel. Oh, well. Either way. Seems like some people were all right. Some people were affected. So maybe an outage in a certain area, maybe. Who knows? I'm going to end this poll because I don't think it's really moving anymore. Let's have a look, shall we? Bianca, 34%. Sasha, 32%. Candice, 19%. And other, 12%. That was 1,500 votes. 1,500 votes. Insane. Becky just takes it by 2%. Sasha, though, very, very close. Will we get the answer to that tonight? We've got 40 minutes to go. 40 minutes to go. Larry said last time it lagged, Vince was running WWE. Mr. Jericho said it's working fine. There was a 7 earthquake in Hawaii, California. There we go. Confirmed. Dark Angel said it went from 1080p to 140p. 140p. I can only imagine that's one giant pixel. One giant pixel, 140p. Available tomorrow. Limited edition Undertaker 32-year celebration. Why? Why? Why have we got why are we celebrating Undertaker's? Guys, it's the big one. It's the big one. Because 32-year celebration. Yeah, you deserve it. Yes. 32 years. of the dead man. So great to see WWE honoring him in this way. That is essential. Undertaker, 32 years. I hope we celebrate loads of 32-year anniversaries, 26-year anniversaries, 17-year anniversaries, all the big ones. All the big ones. 32.2 years, Skull and Bones. AEW fan said Scripps has hacked us. Oh my God. All of a sudden, you're going to get a message going, the darkness follows the light. The light never existed in the first place. You might be able to withstand my wrath, but you will never withstand my fury. I will make my feelings known. Scripps. What? What are you on about, mate? It's been long. Sadly, it wasn't longer. Ronnie said, I'm celebrating my 15 years of working for America this 2023. Well, 15 years is nothing. Come back when it's 32, yeah? Not interested in 15, mate. Come back when it's 16. There's a Hawaii in California, says Paul Carpenter. Days, what is better? Who is better? Which is better to dethrone Roman? Seth, Drew, or Cody? Not Drew. If Drew was going to do it, he should have done it at Clash. Go, Seth. Go, Seth. Right, we've got a backstage promo with OC. This is my family. These are my brothers. This is my sister. I like seeing her in an OC shirt. At Survivor Series, I'm going to give him the beating he deserves. Here's Finley. You think I'm a bad guy? You're wrong. I'm the devil. When you dance with the devil, you never dance again. When you dance with the devil, you never dance again. It's nice. So, big brawl. When you dance. I'm writing that down. With the devil, you never dance again. That'll go in a Valentine's card next year. Big brawls over by the shutter. Got this. It's a prolonged brawl, isn't it? They're bursting through fire exit. We're going outside. We've gone out. Look at this. We're brawling outside. There's a car, a vehicle. We've got a big brawl. Fighting all around this vehicle. Dominic is slammed onto the front of this car. Goes into the door. The door is slammed into Gallows. I did wonder if that door was meant to come off. I think it probably was. Now security have shown up. It's a big beat down outside. Lots of referees out there as we go to commercial break. Was that door meant to come off, do you think? I think it probably was. It was too set up, wasn't it? It seemed like it was set up to come off. Commercial break. Judgment Day and OC are brawling. Brawly brawl. AEW. 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 Right, how long we got left? Half an hour. Door fail. Door fail. Daniel said parking lot brawl. That was definitely Finn sending shots to MJF, says Harris. MJF is the devil. Was it? I don't know that it was. Because what did he say? If you dance with the devil, you never dance again. So what's he saying? If you dance with MJF, you never dance again. I don't think he was. I think he was saying, like, you think I'm evil, but I'm worse than evil. I'm the devil. Nah, I don't think that was shots to MJF. Is YouTube streaming your full-time profession, or do you do something else in the day? Do I do something else in the day? Jeez Louise. No, this is all we do. This is all we do. We live that streaming life. So, pretty full on today. We did 3 football games earlier. Now we're doing Raw. Tomorrow we got another 2 games and a wrestling escape pods and an NXT. Then on Wednesday, I think it's 3 games and AEW. Then on Thursday, it's 2 or 3 games. And then I'm going to see if I can record Survivor Series predictions. And then on Friday, more games and Smackdown. Then on Saturday, more games and Survivor Series. Then on Sunday, more games and Passing Out. Yeah, non-stop. AEW fan said, I have a theory. Liv isn't doing anything, and she's crazy. What about her as a 5th? Yeah. She could be a 5th. She's a face. So, yeah. The best Thanksgiving song is Arlo Guthrie's Alice's Restaurant, says Jeffrey. Very busy streaming schedule coming up. Yes. But hopefully a fun one. Some big teams are going to be playing. Mexico, Poland tomorrow is very interesting because that's very similar to what we had today with USA and Wales. It really feels like the winner of that game will likely be the team that finishes second. So we'll get a real good idea as to who's going to qualify from that group. Might end up being a draw again, like USA and Wales was today. But that game is going to be interesting. That'll give us a good insight as to who's getting through. And then France, the reigning world champions. What are they going to look like? Taking on Australia. And actually, we have some Australian friends in our community. So that should be fun as well. So a couple of interesting games tomorrow. Looking forward to those. Best Thanksgiving song is by Adam Sandler, said Dark Angel. Larry said the best Thanksgiving song is All You Can Eat by Fat Boys. I didn't know Thanksgiving songs were a thing. Thanksgiving song. Best Thanksgiving songs. Best Thanksgiving songs to keep dinner humming. Celebration by Kool and the Gang. Crowded Table by the Highwomen. We Are Family by Sister Sledge. Shower the People by James Taylor. Young Pilgrims by The Shins. Sweet Potato Pie by Ray Charles. Family Tradition by Hank Williams Jr. So there we go. Lots of suggestions. Music whilst you're cooking turkey. Here's Bianca. Look at that. So it's Bianca, Alexa, Asuka, and Michin Mia Yim. So it looks like they're going with, like $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Stone Cold, Steve Austin. They're going with Michin Mia Yim. Ba-ba-bum-bum, ba-bum. I never needed you at all. Asuka dancing away as well. Copying some of Bianca's moves. Cute. Bianca, Alexa, Asuka. It says Michin Mia Yim, but she's not there. She's not there. Was that a mistake? Was that a botch? Botchy botch. Ba-ba-bum-bum. Ba-ba-bum-bum. Ba-ba. I never needed you at all. Watch me shine now. Watch me shine now. It's kind of fun watching Asuka go on the edge of the ring. Right, Bianca. How about the Thanksgiving song that goes gobble, gobble, one, gobble, gobble, two? I don't know that song. There's no one I want to go to war with more than my girls. We got Alexa Bliss. We got Michin. You best believe she's going to be ready for War Games. Asuka. Whilst Bailey's team are busy playing games, we're ready for war. We haven't seen the logo, have we, around Alexa? Yep. We're ready for war, says Asuka. Yep. No one is ready for us. Just wait till you see who our fifth member is. Rhea Ripley is not ready for Asuka. Bianca says, just wait till you see who our fifth member is. Hope it's Linda McMahon. Vince in a dress. This is my brutality. This is my brutality. Here comes Bailey and Dakota and Nikki and Io and Rhea. Poland's president said they're going to be honoring the two that were killed by missiles tomorrow. Larry said it's Stephanie. Sounds like the EST is stalling. Ding dong. Hello. No one even respects you. Not even your teammates. They're just sucking up because they want to be next in line. But it's called Gobble Gobble by Matthew West. Okay, so Bailey's... It's very quiet. The crowd are not into this, seemingly. Either that or they're listening intently. 25 minutes. We've got our main event still to go. And when do we find out who the fifth member is? Shut up, says Asuka. Shut up. Hey, Rhea, let's do this right now, says Asuka. Just like at WrestleMania. Mommy's going to eradicate you. Mess her up, Asuka. Mess her up. Make her humble. Referee is in. I thought she was going to spin him back, fist her in the face then, but she didn't. Just like at WrestleMania, Mommy is going to eradicate you. Right, main event time. Just like at WrestleMania, Mommy is gonna eradicate you. What did Asuka say? She said, Rhea, let's do this. Dominic Mysterio, 32 months DVD celebration. Yes. Yes. That's the big anniversary we need. Lots of time for this one, said Zoom Station. Main event coming up next. 23 minutes. Asuka versus Rhea. This for the advantage. So, two women will start, but then someone else will join. And so, obviously, for a short period, it'll be 2-on-1. It'll be 3-on-2. It'll be 4-on-3. We're trying to work out who's going to have that advantage at War Games. War Games. It's not going to be Candice. They wouldn't go to Smackdown to announce it if it's her, says Macca Rice. AEW fan said, is it me or does NXT go over the top with lights flickering for scripts? Yeah, they do. It's your boy Mason said, fun fact, I'm Drew McIntyre's nephew. Is that true? Or are you saying it for attention? If it's true, that's cool. And if you're saying it for attention, that's cooler. I respect that. If you're making it up just to get attention, it's worked. So, I don't know what's true there. I don't know what's true. Either way, I respect it. So, it's your boy Mason. Shout out to you. Alexa on SmackDown. Maybe a Bray Wyatt segment. Interesting, said Daniel. It's a shame we don't find out tonight, but at least we know SmackDown's going to be even juicier. I could see Bailey getting the mist, says Larry. Sasha, definitely, says LA Knight. Tegan Knox, says Street Fighter. It's BS. I don't know. Who's that? Don't know that. BS. I was trying to think of a female wrestler, BS. Can't think of one. Failed. Failed. I can only think of the first name, Becky. Becky Samoa. Becky Samoa. Bull Snitsky, Black Sabbath, Britney Spears. Oh, yes. Yeah, Britney. I mean, I was trying to think of a wrestler, in all honesty. I never even ventured into the world of celebrity. I was so confident in my ability of finding a female wrestler with the initials BS. But all I could get was Bull Nakano. And there is no wrestler called Bull Nakano. Britney Spears at War Games. Becky Cinch. Becky Cinch. Streisand. It's got to be Becky. The final member is going to be Liv. Billy Starks. Braun Strowmanina. Braun Strowmanina. Braun Strowmanina. Rhea, throw in. Byron Saxton, yes! Byron Saxton. Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair. Love it. Love it. Some lovely recommendations. Sasha Banks, the boss Sasha. BS, the boss Sasha. Banks Sasha. Banks Sasha. Oh my God. James Chadwick's called it. Chadders has called it. It's gonna be Banks Sasha. Backstage. They're watching a screen. Is there going to be interference on the screen? Why would they be backstage watching on a screen? Are we going to get the Bray thing? I feel like we are. Everyone turn off Raw. They've announced that the reveal is on Friday. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but the fifth member is Snooki. Awesome Kong. Big Show. Blue Sky. Big Show. Ina. Right, Rhea grabbing the leg of Asuka. She's got her up on her shoulders. Maybe Belair, Beth Phoenix. Breslin says. Breslin says. Breslin says. Breslin says. Hey guys, welcome to Breslin says. Hip attack on the outside. Dry Fruit said, I can't wait a week. What for? BS your dong, said Ribby. Well, it's the big show. Ina. Disguised as a woman. I'm not catering to you or these people. Rhea on the outside. Rhea Ripley walking around the ring. Asuka, well, she gets counted out. She's going to be in trouble. Edge of the ring. Asuka tries to go over. Referee coming in. Telling Asuka to get back. Rhea jumps back down again. Frustrating. What's the sign? There's a sign, I think it says, Rhea, will you body slam me? What's she going to do about it? She'll do nothing. Rhea walking around the outside of the ring. Rhea trying to get in. Kicks coming in by Asuka. Back elbow there by Rhea. Hip attack by Asuka. Rhea holding on to Asuka. Pulling her hair. Down she goes. Yeah, there was a sign in the crowd. Rhea, will you body slam me? They should get that person in the ring. They should get the person in the ring. Call him into the ring, Rhea. Let's do this. Kick there by Rhea. Big Slow versus the Nigerian Sloth. Britt Saker. Britt Saker. DMD. Love it. Britt Saker. Britt Saker. God, there's some great suggestions. Dude, I enjoyed Barbara Streisand. That visually, it looks incredible. Imagine if Barbara Streisand was the fifth person. It'd be incredible. Forearm to the back. Fifth is going to be Santina Marella. Bustin' Sheary, says AWC legend. Big Sexy. I'm not in it. The reveal is legitimately Friday. I've checked Twitter, says AEW fan. Clothesline, down goes Asuka. Rhea, one. Shoulder up. Ariana Grande. Bowman Saints. The tribal chief, Bowman Saints. Head of the table, Bowman Saints. Acknowledge me. 'Cause I'm a woman. Bowman Saints. Bowman Saints. Bowman Saints. Bowman Saints. I love Bowman Saints. Rhea pulling on the hair. It's Bruce Springsteen. The boss. You wanted the boss. Everyone's like, oh, I hope the boss comes back. Hope the boss comes back. Well, they're gonna get the boss, haven't they? They've gonna got the boss, just not the boss you wanted. Yes, you've called it. It's going to be Bruce Springsteen. It now makes perfect sense. Grabbing a hold of Asuka, picking her up, slamming her down. Bicky Seller. Bicky Seller. Bicky Seller. Could you imagine Bicky Seller and Bianca Belair? Bicky Seller and Bianca Belair. The Sellers. Great team. Great team. That's the women's tag team I never knew I needed. Bicky Seller and Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is such a lovely name. Such a lovely name. Bicky Seller, not so much. Bicky. Drop kick by Rhea. Asuka goes to the outside. Belsey Shreen. Randy Schroeds. Brandy Schroeds. Brock Schnesner. Oh, Schnesner's nice. That's nice. I feel like that should be Gunther's surname. Gunther Schnesner. Gunther Schnesner. Oh, that's nice to say, that is. Schnesner. Nesner. You've stumbled across a wonderful name. Yeah, guys, anything less than Brock Schnesner, I am going to be gutted. I'm going to be gutted. Schnesner. Gunther Schnesner. Bicky Seller. Brandy Suntroads. Bret Short. Bret Sharp. It needs to be Bret Sharp. I hear is an excellence of execution. Woo. Gunther, the toilet general. Bret Sharp. Come on. Come on. I'm not saying it's game over, but I am saying come on. I enjoyed Brock Schnesner. Schnesner, I think you all saw that, but Bret Sharp. Bret Sharp chants. Bret Sharp, Bret Sharp, Bret Sharp. I love the idea of Bret Hart being there going, what are they chanting? They want me to do what? Bret Sharp, Bret Sharp, Bret Sharp. Are they saying what I think they're saying? Oh God, that's the TV we deserve, that is. That's the TV we deserve. Beth Solens? Beth Solens? That's nice. Imagine Seth Rollins and Beth Solens. Oh, God. There must be someone out there called Beth Solens. Oh, poor Seth. He's ended up with Becky Lynch. He could have been with Beth Solens. Beth Solens? Do you think if she got married to Seth Rollins, do you think she'd have a double barrel name? So she could be Beth Solens Rollins. Beth Solens Rollins. Beth Rollins Solens. Keep rolling, Solon, Solon, Solon. Keep rolling, Solon, Solon, Solon. Beth Rollins Solon. Beth Rollins Solon. Ah. Some of the places these conversations go, they're just... a lot of people say to me, like, how are you, like, able to do the streams? But it's like, how would you ever want to miss this? Bret Sharp? My life is richer for that conversation. Beth Solens, Brock Schnesner. So good. So good. Bray Shire. Bray Shire. So good. Bert Schenning. That actually sounds like quite a dignified gentleman. Have I introduced you to Bert Schenning? This is Bert. Hello, everybody. Bert is actually a big player in the whiskey industry. Does a lot of buying and selling. It's true. He's definitely got a pocket watch. Bert Schenning definitely got a pocket watch. Mr. Dignified. But Shannon, I think we can all picture him in like long kind of tuxedo. In my mind, long tuxedo definitely does something with like whiskey. I can see him being a connoisseur of whiskey. But yeah, Mr. Dignified, Bert Schenning. Brilliant. I'm waiting for the screen to get interrupted. We're backstage. No, nothing's gone down yet. We're into the final 9. Bret Shark t-shirts, says Blazed. Bex Sluger. Ugh. That sounds like a girl that gets around. Can't believe it. Last night. Woke up. Guess who was in bed? Bex Sluger. I know. Instantly, oh, God. Had a big night last night. Can't believe it ended that way. Not Bex Sluger. Oh, God. We all make mistakes. Bon Soxley. Bon. I like Bon. BM Sunk. Blundertaker. I mean, you haven't got the S in there, but I like it all the same. The Blundertaker. God, who knew you could have so much fun just changing a couple of letters? Who knew? It's a whole new game. 1, 2, Asuka with the pin, kick out by Rhea. Look at all these examples. Bone Salt. Bob Sackland. Oh my God. Bob Sackland. What does Bob Sackland do? He'll fight your court case. I'm Bob Sackland. Are you in trouble with the law? Call Bob Sackland. Yeah, definitely getting Ambula Chaser lawyer vibes from Bob Sackland. Do you need a 3-piece seat? Do you need a brand new car? Come on down to Bob Sackland's. Oh, I'm getting that vibe as well. Definitely dodgy. Bob Sackland. 1, 2. Bruno Sammartino. Yes. Oh my God. Why did it take us so long? The living legend. Bruno Sammartino. Bea Sipley. How do you drink your beer? Well, Sipley. Bea Sipley. Bobba Shango. That's the All Japan Witch Doctor, isn't it? You know, giant Bobba Shango. You remember giant Bobba Shango, yeah? These are amazing. I can't keep up with how good they are. Bake the snake. Oh, God. Bake the snake. Oh, that needs an applause. That needs. Where's the? There we go. Bake the snake. Oh, they're too good. Look at them all. Exposing said that's animal cruelty. Here we've got Alexa making her way down. Bianca making her way down. We're into the final 5. High kick there by Asuka. Down they go in the middle of the ring. I can't shake Bake the Snake. Bake the Snake, Roberts. It sounds like an instruction, doesn't it? Roberts, bake the snake. Bake the snake, Roberts. Spinning back fist there. Duck underneath by Asuka. High kick misses. We're getting to the final throws of this one. Riptides. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, she's done it. Rhea Ripley, Rippers, has done it. Rippers has done it. Asuka has failed. Asuka, the once dominant force of the female division, is dead. She's dead. Missed with the spinning back fist. It was clean as well. She just catches her with the riptide. Becky Stench. Becky Stench. Big brawl. There's a big brawl right now. Rhea beats Asuka. Flips that about. Kick by Alexa. Guys, the match has ended. And there's a brawl. AEW. 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 I feel like we've had to break out the AEW chants a lot tonight. Big slap by Alexa. Beck Stitch. Bush Smackers. Bandy Sorton. Bandy Sorton. The Seaman Bin Sailor. The Seaman Bin Sailor is Michin. Michin's made her way down. Going right after Rippers. Michin and Rippers fighting in the crowds. It's a big brawl at the moment. Asuka going up top. Asuka, and down goes I think Io went down and no one touched her. Io went down and I don't think there was any contact whatsoever. Referees are coming down. All the women are down. This is the match. One will be revealed on Smackdown. So, 5th member revealed on Smackdown. She got knocked down with a big gust of wind. Yeah, what happened was Asuka came down with such force that it displaced so much air that Io was like, whoop, she just went down. I mean, what can you do? It's physics. Can't argue with physics. Ben Shamrock. Oh, Ben Shamrock. Good guy, Ben. Ben Shamrock. Belly Selly. Belly Selly. BJC. Big Swole. Big Swole. Yes. Yes. Scott, well done. James Chadwick said it's BS. It's been cracked. It's been cracked. It's Big Swole. Big Swole is going to be the 5th person. James said it's Brent 7. Brent 7. Brent 7. Are you Brent 2? No, I'm Brent 7. Oh, sorry. You just look like Ben 2. Are you Ben 10? Are you Ben 10? No, I'm Brent 7. Who are you leaning towards being part of Team Bianca? Well, there's been so many wonderful suggestions. I mean, I feel like realistically, Big Swole, outside chance, Brock Lesnar. So there's been some great shouts. Great shouts this evening. Right, my friends. It's been a long day. It's been a long road. It's been emotional. But I'm going to run away. I'm going to do that review video. And obviously do a few final touches in preparation for tomorrow. Appreciate the support as always. Hope you had fun. Not the strongest of shows, I don't think. But Hey ho, it is what it is. We are back tomorrow with 2 games. We're back tomorrow with loads of streams. It never stops. So, whatever. But appreciate the support. Fantastic suggestions. As I said, I hope you had a good time. Thanks for joining. See you again next time. Bye for now.